What is going on, everybody? As you can see, I don't have a webcam tonight. So this is going to be a celebration for my girlfriend Brittany. Her birthday's today. She's currently not here right this second, but you can't see her anyhow until I fix this webcam. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring up Destroyer, and then we'll go person to person. Everybody can go ahead and say what you're doing, who you are, all that good stuff.
I'm kidding. No, I'm Destroyer. Most of you guys that come through here may know me, but I goof around with pretty much anything car guy related, car shows. I got the Destroyer 1320 here, Destroyer Gray 1320 Challenger, which created the channel. And yeah, I've just been working on doing the live thing. I invented something to stop people from stealing cars like this. And yeah, I just keep plugging away at that and coming up with new inventions. I'm currently finishing for a new plate to stop people from taking the new 1500 Dodge Rams. And my brother's working on the GT500. So we're going to have a whole line of protective devices for anybody with a little key fob. So look out for those. If you want to know what we have right now, go to www.destroyer1320.com.
And that's a really nice hat you got going there, Mr. Destroyer. Still currently waiting for mine. Just saying.
Hey, they're on order. This was the proof. This was the one they said, "Do you like this one?" I'm like, yes.
All right. So I'll let you pass.
As soon as I get them, I'll shoot it over to you.
Dude, you're up. I get around on these lives, if you weren't aware. Here, there, everywhere. We also do one every Saturday night, similar to this one. But what we do here at Dudes with Wrenches is we just work on anything that comes in the garage. Currently, Volvo action, which will be happening in April. A bunch of collab between a bunch of different YouTubers are going to throw an LS motor in this thing. So you can follow us on that. And that, we work on old Fords, work on Chevys, work on pickups, cars, lots of classic 60s stuff. So nothing real crazy, no drag cars yet, but just making things run, making things go, and enjoying them. So come along, see what we got. We're also hoarders. We hoard a lot of stuff. So it's we just got a lot of videos showing stuff these days.
What's wrong with hoarding? As long as it's cool stuff, it's not hoarding.
Hey, I didn't say there was a problem with hoarding. If there's a problem, I definitely have it. So
yeah, I know. I seen the video the other day with the field of bliss.
I know nothing.
Hey, no nothing. All right, let's go to. We got a newcomer coming in here. She actually reached out to me. Go ahead, the floor is yours. Go ahead and speak it out.
Hey guys, yeah, it's Leah, no H. My car, I've named it Interesting. It's basically an interesting Mustang build. I hope to, first of next year, turn it into an LLC. I want to create a marketing company, but my page is just letting people know that women like classic cars and things with 4 wheels, 2 wheels, things that go fast, things that cruise, that we enjoy those things as well. So anything I can do to support women in the automotive industry, I'm all about it. I educate myself on my car, specifically 1966 Mustang Fastback. But after I'm finished with that one, I'm going to move over to probably a Chevelle or something like that. But again, I love all cars. I love talking cars. I love learning about cars. And eventually, I hope to turn into some sort of business and support different, industries, small companies, and send business their way and just spread the love.
Sorry, I got stuck there. Uh-oh, what happened to Dudes? What's he doing?
He's on mute and he's cleaning stuff up.
No. I'm just starting a small fire behind me so I can be warm. That's fine.
Oh, hey, CP. Watch it, CP.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on a second. You can't go talk without CP until you see this.
That goes a long way, but it's like...
I'm on fire! I literally just caught on fire!
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah! Help me, Tom Cruise!
Help me, Oprah.
Oh, geez. I couldn't resist on that. I made it the other night, and I was like, yep, I got to use this in my lives.
Awesome.
It was your live that it happened in. So
It was. I was extremely sick that day. So, so what else is going on with everybody?
working.
Working.
Waiting on packages.
Lots
Yeah,
of that.
good luck.
Wrapping stuff. Yeah. Life. Trying to get through this last week of work and actually enjoy.
Hey, I have a
life
question,
itself.
Destroyer.
Yes, ma'am.
I see your garage behind you. Are those like insulation panels?
Yes, ma'am.
You can tuck those in there, miscellaneous, or I guess they're universal. You can just cut them how you need them.
Yeah, it just came in a roll. It was I looked and there's panels you can buy in a kit, but they were like, I don't know, it was like $300 to do my whole garage, and I'm like, I ain't doing that. I bought this roll of this little double back foam stuff from I think it was Home Depot, and I cut one out, measured it, and then just cut a bunch of panels and shoved them in there. I put tape on one side, some strong adhesive tape on one side, shoved them in, and it works good. The only problem is I live in Arizona, and so in the summertime, if it's hot in here, it stays hot.
Oh.
So in the wintertime, it's not like right now, it's actually kind of chilly out here. It's about 50 or 40 or whatever it is. For me, that's chilly. And if I warm the car up and then pull it in and shut the door, it stays nice and toasty in here. But if it's whatever's in here, it keeps.
Okay.
So in the summertime, I do not pull my car in the garage until I know it's cooled off and it's nighttime.
So it
Otherwise,
sounds like
it'll
more
make
if
it
you're
hot.
like in the winter area, like Texas, we just stay hot. It's maybe 3 days of winter, and so I don't think I'm gonna do that. Never mind.
Now, see the door back there. It just has that on the inside because I do live where it's cold.
Yeah. So tell us, anybody. I know Clunckerz is working on things, but tell us about the storms last night, man. I was worried about you guys and my brother.
The wind.
Storms come whipping through the old Midwest in a bad way. It was 66 degrees at probably 4:30. So, I mean, that's unseasonably warm for December in Iowa. And it was very calm and very weird. And it was like, okay, weather's definitely coming because they weren't lying about that. So we just kind of bunkered down. We're waiting. And my job keeps me busy when big storms happen. Hey, that guy's back. There you go, man. So what went down essentially is it just started out as kind of like a tropical storm almost, which is very, again, odd in December in Iowa. And we dropped 40 degrees in the matter of 2 hours. And it got bad for a while. Just a lot of rain, a lot of blowing wind. And we had 4 confirmed tornadoes touch down. And we had 1 funnel cloud. We lost major power lines, poles, communications. I mean, it wiped out a few people's barns. I mean, all in all, it was really well. Nobody really got hurt. I mean, there was some loss of buildings and structures, but it could have been way worse. And it moved through really fast, so we got lucky on that too. But I mean, by the end of the night, across the entire state of Iowa, we were 66,000 people without power. So, and they're just now getting some of those people back online. So, pretty good turnaround.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's the weather for you.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, Clunckerz, I have an idea. Try unclicking green screen and just use virtual background. They upgraded anybody with StreamYard. Now you can actually use virtual background without having a green screen. It's a little janky. Let me show you real quick. But let's see. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
It kind of fades a little here and there, but
My green screen looks great. So
I like yours. Yours is nice.
Oh, that's not an actual garage?
no, it's an actual garage.
Oh, man.
I've just had the question asked, like, is that a green screen? Like,
Yeah.
No.
No, you like have perfect lighting.
Yep. It takes a lot more than you'd think.
Hey, Rich GT350R, I will never sell my 66. But you can keep asking.
Oh, come on.
But you know what? Everything is for sale at the right price, you know?
That's right.
Oh, that's so true.
All right, let me get caught up in the chat here. I'm sorry, guys. It was I don't know what was wrong with it.
Stuff. Things.
Things and stuff.
Things and stuff.
Oh wow, nice.
There you go, Rich. That's Rich GTR's car.
Yeah,
There you go.
I could see why he would want the 66.
Nobody wants that new
That's
stuff.
just greedy. You can't have two of everything.
What's going on? What is going on? I got one here.
Nice. There you go.
Very nice.
I'm learning these things.
Do I see a Kraken bottle?
Shh.
Oh man, I stopped drinking that stuff about 3 years ago when I couldn't remember a few days ago. Like, you put that in some Coke, you don't taste it. Oh my gosh. Just
If I don't have cherry Coke, I put Dr. Pepper in it with a shot of grenadine.
you can mess somebody up just on one glass. That you're out of there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It tastes good though.
I drink it too much for that, but
It tastes good though.
Yeah, it's evil. It's so good. Happy birthday, by the way, back there. Hi, Mrs.
Hi,
Clunker. How are you doing? Happy birthday to you.
We got the birthday cake in the background.
There you go.
cake.
That's the low carb version.
The low carb version.
Yeah.
Don't eat that one.
Right?
Yeah, no. Doesn't
High in
taste good.
fiber.
Hello, mother.
Hi, Clunker's mom.
No, did I go backwards? I just went backwards, didn't I?
Well, dang it. You just made a drink. Now I got to make one. Hold on here.
Well, it was on the floor from Saturday, so I'm like, yeah, I gotta drink that. So.
It's already cold, right?
So that's your drink of choice.
It is, to tell you the truth, I'm usually a tequila drinker, but when I drink tequila, I usually drink all of it, so I tend not to drink it that often.
Have you tried the Rocks tequila? It's pretty good, actually.
I think I just bought a new one. I like Cabo Wabo.
That's pretty good.
And then I like, I always pronounce it wrong, but it's Pelgros or Pel something.
Okay, I see the rum.
That's nice rum.
It was only
Grand
one person
Canyon?
that called me Brady Cakes back in the day.
I've never seen that rum before.
Huh.
His name was Brian. That can't be Brian.
Hi.
My favorite tequila is it's in a blue and white bottle that favors a woman. I think it's called Casa de Azul,
I've never seen that one.
and the top can be like used as a bell. It's pretty fancy.
See, if you go back to, I think it was 1800 tequila, the top of it used to be a shot glass. So you could just turn it upside down and then do a shot in the cap, but then they
I
stopped
got a
doing
bunch of
that.
them.
Yeah, same thing.
Oh, you're getting your bunch of happy birthdays.
Thank you.
You got to say
yeah,
it louder, Brittany. I don't think I can
Happy
hear you.
birthday.
Thank you.
Happy 21st.
Yeah, definitely. I'll go with that.
Always a safe answer.
There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely.
No.
It's actually a lady at the gas station today actually told me happy early birthday, and I'm like, oh yeah, it is my birthday soon. Thanks. Like, it is
Mine
that
was
month.
December 8th.
Oh.
Turned
Oh, no way.
the whopping 38.
My mom and my daughter are December 8th.
Wow.
Good company.
Wow.
December 8th.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So in my family, we've never had any birthdays in December until she came along, and now it kind of sucks.
It's
You
a
gotta
month.
spend lot
It's a
more
pretty
money.
cool month.
Well, I got one that beats all that. So I tell everybody I was born on the darkest day of the year because it's 21st is the winter solstice. So it's technically the darkest day of the year. It's like, when are you born? The darkest day of the year. So December 21st. So my dad was born on the 29th. My sister was born on the 26th. My wife was born on the 24th. Our wedding anniversary is the 31st. We like to keep everything in 1 month. You don't miss anything that way.
So when did you take out the loan?
Well, it's a lot of Christmas, birthday, happy gift.
Yes. Here's this one big thing for all inclusive here.
Yeah,
It's
right.
really easy.
I've had the 66 for 3 years now. Before that, I had a
Weird.
64 and a half. I sold it to buy the 66. Before the 64 and a half, I had a 70. So I do like Mustangs, but I am not partial. I will drive a Dodge. I will drive a Chevy if you give it to me. My daily is a German car, so
Oh,
Volkswagen?
Audi A4.
oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
So here's my situation. I want to present it to you guys. It's a lease. This is my second lease. I don't drive a lot in the daytime because I work from home. But with the shortage of cars, before last year, I was just going to lease again. But now I feel like I should purchase this vehicle because I have such a low mileage. Like I'm going to have positive equity in this car. What are y'all's thoughts on leasing and owning?
My personal thought is leasing is garbage. I would rather buy
Start with Junkers.
a shit box.
Yeah, start with
I get it. I
Start
get
with
it.
me. I'm the host.
I have the 66. I love that. I will always own a car.
I have a
But-
lot of opinions on leasing.
Yeah. I want
I
to
just
hear
think
it
it's a
all.
waste of money if you're not using it every day and you're not racking the miles up. What's the point in leasing it? I mean, maybe it's cheaper.
I like changing cars ever so often.
But
I just
so-
like to.
So start buying shit boxes and fix them. I have never owned a brand new vehicle. I had payments on one vehicle, which is the ex-wife's now, and I'll never do it again.
I feel like that one has a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
It does.
I feel like
But
that
the
has like a
The
big
payments.
X attached to it.
It's payments.
Yeah.
I have to say, my vehicle now is $420 a month,
Yeah.
and it's just a Jeep Renegade.
It's just a Fiat.
I pay the same thing for an Audi A4. I'm just gonna say, like, if you have good credit, put a couple thousand down. You have, to me, $400 isn't a bad car note to ride around in a car like an Audi and pretend you have money.
There you go.
Well, you got money. You're paying for it. It's not pretend.
Hey,
Yeah, you had it.
It's
so
all
you had to
legit.
pay-
I will never have a maintenance bill. I mean,
Yep.
the $1,000 you spend on a new, steering column and rack and pinion, I'm gonna spend over a course of 3 months for a new vehicle. I don't know. It's tomatoes. Come
Oh,
on,
Your
Junker.
opinion,
Come on.
Destroyer. Come on. What's your opinion?
to me, it all depends on what you could buy it out for, what the current market is value-wise on the car, and then look at the delta between the two. So
Yeah.
if you have a chance to make $5,000 on a car,
Mhm.
buy the car, and
Yeah,
then
You're the wrong one to ask. Look at the
go ahead
background.
and sell it.
But he's
What?
making sense. He's making sense.
It's all ROI. It's all return on investment. If you're going to
Yeah.
invest, you need to have that guaranteed ROI. If you have a guaranteed ROI, I don't care if you're buying paper clips. It's all about return on your investment. If your money's
Agreed.
going to make you money, do it.
But I
Yeah.
also think that this current market we're in with the building supplies and the houses and the cars, it's just going to crash. And then what?
I don't think it's gonna.
It's
You don't
going to
think
take
so?
a while. It's going to
It'll
take a
take a
while.
bit.
I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be a bit. I mean,
Yeah.
it's extremely high. So even if it went down, which it's going to, it's still going to be high.
Yeah, I agree. It takes about 30 to 40 years for us to crescendo and then finally either plateau or go down. And I feel like we're on year 10, maybe, possibly with the housing market crash in 2008.
Yep.
We're not going to see that for a while.
I lost my butt in that year.
Oh, you wouldn't believe.
So, yeah.
I
Alright,
guess
so
I
you
don't
guys-
know enough about the market to really say that, but
Here,
from what I can
I'll
see,
tag you in.
Okay, so here's my straight out opinion on leases because I used to be of the Junkers theory of just you're wasting your money. And then the more and more I drove piece of junk cars and the more and more I repaired them myself and knowing what it costs to pay someone to fix anything. You're essentially paying the same in repairs if you were paying someone else to do it. So if you're doing it yourself, great. But we all know we're not going to have the tools and the things to invest in working on an Audi ourselves. We just don't. I mean, if we were a full out shop, and then that turns into, I have $20,000 worth of tools to work on my Audi. You didn't save anything. It's not,
right.
it's a wash,
Yeah.
you know, if you're looking at it as actual value. So if you enjoy driving new cars, I have a buddy that does this, and he really sold me on the idea of leasing. And I'm possibly going to lease my next new vehicle for my wife, because at the end of the day, I don't feel that new vehicles are worth owning long term, because they do devalue quite a bit. They become very expensive to fix once they hit a certain age. And, you know, you go back to a mid 2000s car, you can fix them pretty affordably. They're pretty reliable, but you got to find one that's decent to start with. So yes, you can drive around a beater. I drive around in a 2000 Nissan Maxima every day. I have literally $3,000 into the whole car, and I've been driving it for 3 years. Great investment, great value. I'll drive the car anywhere. But then my buddy, he has a brand new F-150. And when I call him and say, hey, let's go get a car from 2 states over, we jump in his truck, we put a trailer behind it, and we go down the road. And in 2 years, he just gets a new one. So he doesn't care about any wear and tear he puts on that truck.
Right.
And he even said, the payment I pay for a lease is way cheaper than owning it. And I'm going to own the wear and tear that I'm putting on it.
Right.
And the combined value of what he would pay per month on buying actually pays for his wife to have a leased truck too. So they have brand new F-150s in their driveway for the price of one F-150 to own.
Yeah.
Dudes, hold on one second. Okay.
What's up,
So-
Tim? How you doing, brother?
My view on leases is it's all about your use. If you want to use the car, keep the car. I mean, if you love your car, keep it forever, repair it, but you got to be committed to that car.
Yeah.
I'm not committed to a lot of new vehicles. I want to own them for a couple years, and then I'm probably just like, you know what? I don't want to be the guy that have to fix everything on this thing. I'd rather have something else. And
Yeah.
if you can afford the lease, then just keep leasing. It's the same as buying a new car every 10 years and just making payments until you get that 4-year gap where
Yeah.
you may not have to make a payment, but you're still going to have to fix it. You know,
Yeah.
so
I feel though too, if you go to a dealership and say, "Hey, I want to lease a vehicle," if you take my vehicle today and want to lease that same vehicle, you're going to pay an extra $100 because the demand is high.
man.
And so my husband has a 2011 Ford Explorer. I mean, we're in 2021. He hasn't had anything major break on it. I'm like, I'm going to milk my car for that long. And his car has been paid for 3-4 years. So, I mean, we all have positive equity in our car. The ROI is high. And I feel like, you know, as long as the dealerships can't get the cars on the lot, what you have right now, I mean, these people are trying to buy used vehicles like crazy. Like they call us all the time. Do you want to sell your 2011 Ford Explorer? I'm like, no, get out of here. So leasing right now, I feel like if you have a lease vehicle, purchase it because you don't have the options you had 3 or 4 years ago, which means you have something valuable.
Well, and in your instance where you have low mileage, you're not driving it that much, your vehicle isn't going to lose a ton of value if you keep a hold of it. So then you can keep a hold of it, and then when you do decide you want to go to a new lease or a new vehicle, they'll take your vehicle in a heartbeat and just
In a heartbeat, yeah.
there you go. So, I mean, it goes back to what do you want to do with your vehicle? How many miles are on it? You know, for me, I don't like having new vehicles and payments only because those payments translate into more parts for an old car. So for me, I just buy old cars and drive crappy new ones back and forth to work. You know, that's the equation for me is I just want to own more old cars.
My car payment equals no kids equals I could still have money for car parts.
Yep, and there you go. Yeah, I got the kids in that equation, and they owe me a boat and a truck all day long.
Oh, I this would be platinum. Like no problem.
I tell my kids all that time, hey boat, hey car, what are you doing right now? You might want to go do the dishes because, you know, you're not paying me off right now.
I need less.
Shut up, Meg.
Nice.
Oh man, yeah, car payments are the worst. Unless you have 40,000 to drop on a new car, or you can buy the cars that you can work on. I mean, it's pick your battle. Pick your battle.
Yeah, it's definitely pick your battle, and then it turns into your owning of a new vehicle. And they'll say this, you know, if you talk to any financial person, you know, there's a reason that living in Chicago costs so much because people don't own cars. So it's the difference, the cost inflation. They know what they can charge people because they don't own a car. Owning a vehicle, period, is one of the most expensive things you can do. And then in this group, people, we're owning multiple vehicles and repairing them. It's probably, financially some of the worst decisions we can make. So it's just like, pick your decision, but it's all probably bad in the long run.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. How's it going, Wasted? Wasted talent.
They're doing like a silence off.
I guess they're staring at each other.
He wins.
I was just in the background to help, doing my job, and he just threw me in here. I literally had to put the chips away. I was watching and listening.
Did you get some sleep?
I did. Yeah, we were up early. We went wine tasting today at a fancy winery on the volcano.
Did you put your pinky up and everything? And
oh yeah. I called the champagne Champagne. I was real classy broad up in there. Let me tell you. It nothing like day drinking on the side of a fancy volcano winery. Let me tell you.
Fancy volcano winery. Is there something special about it being on a volcano other than location? Do they like brew wine in the edge of the volcano or something crazy?
No, it's all about the the ash and weed and I mean, she said a bunch of stuff, but I was drinking wine.
Okay.
She said blah blah blah. There was wine.
She said this. I have
After
to
the
get
first-
me wine. And
After the second glass, everything sounds about the same.
Walk up to this amazing view that looks out over, you can see mainland Italy looking over everything. Everything's amazing. And they bring you're walking up and they're like, oh, here, have glasses of wine. And they hand me this glass. And I'm like, this is the most expensive piece of glass I've ever held in my hand. You just feel it. It feels petite and dainty. I'm like, I'm going to break this. Why are you even handing me this? But
Oh, man.
Get all fat and sassy.
Yes.
I love that he's upped his
I like it.
game in there. Yeah.
Somebody said, have you all seen the new Ford Maverick pickup hybrid?
yes.
I
The
have.
cutest
It
version.
looks like a little matchbox car. Like you can go vroom,
Yeah.
vroom.
I wanted the Ford Escape pickup, but let me tell you what.
Well, why do they have to use the name Maverick? Make
I
the
don't
Maverick
know.
a car. Make it the car that it is. Don't put it on a truck.
Here's the thing you got to remember. The Maverick was never a great car.
Wrong.
So you don't ruin the pickup. Call it a Ranger. It has like legacy.
Yeah. We could just
That's
call
true.
it
Well, see
Ranger
that-
Danger.
But that makes me wonder if there is a reason they're reusing. Are they reusing these old names that they already own copyrights to just
Yes.
because they own copyright to it? It's just easier.
You know how much it costs Ford to put Raptor on the side of their truck?
Wow.
It's
Sure,
ridiculous.
Yeah, but they're also charging $80,000 a truck. So they paid for it 10 times over.
You ain't lying, man. Those things are
Oh, yeah.
expensive.
Somebody did a video of a lady leaving McDonald's, getting into a Ford Raptor, and they're like, how the heck can she afford a Raptor? She works at McDonald's.
Oh, works
The managers of McDonald's actually make quite a bit. I mean, she
Maybe
could have been
she's
a GM.
maybe she's a GM.
Yeah.
Well,
My aunt
still-
was a general manager of a group of McDonald's, and she was turning down like $90,000 a year, and everybody's like, "It's like, yeah, she runs like 6 of those things."
So when I worked at the dealership, you wouldn't imagine the people that could get financed for a vehicle. And they're
true.
driving off at that time. That was 10 years ago. It was still $80,000 trucks. It was
Yeah.
like, holy shit!
But
These
this was in the
people
time frame where
live-
we were giving loans to people that they knew couldn't handle it because they knew they were going to take it over. It was
This was after that,
oh,
and no racism at all out there. But the foreigners that were coming over,
Oh,
they were able to get the best financing.
I feel like
off
we
my
need
bird.
to
I don't-
lead with no racism.
I don't.
and
Yeah,
there's going to
no.
be some sort of
'Cause-
racist comment coming.
because that doesn't make any sense.
They were. I'm
Racism.
telling you,
Never mind.
they were able.
We'll
to
just
get
walk
the
away
best
from that.
money.
Moving on.
That's kind of like when I say, with all due respect, sir, I'm obviously allowed to say some non.
With all due respect, your idea ain't worth a velvet painting of a
Yeah.
bull and a donkey getting it on.
Oh, I'm gonna go finish my burger.
He's like, and I'm gone. Screw you guys.
Yes, I love that.
I actually used the phrase the other day with no respect. So,
Oh, there you go. Well, Waster, aren't you technically a foreigner right now?
yeah.
I'm definitely a foreigner in this place. Yeah.
Oh, no.
All right,
Yeah, and
that
I-
does it. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Oh, Grady got his
knew he
camera
had it.
working again.
I
Nice.
knew he had it. Oh God, that's good. Yeah, no, I'm definitely a foreigner here. And I stick out like a sore thumb. I mean, that 6'4" and over 300 pounds. I don't blend in a crowd of Italians at all.
I don't. I guess no.
Maybe
the
you should grow
description
a
of an
beard.
Italian. So.
Yeah, they frown upon that. Actually, I've been trying to grow a
Oh.
beard this whole time. They keep giving me a hard time about it.
So I'd fit right in with the old Sicilians, huh?
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
Put some tomato sauce in your.
Yeah, that was
I'm
the only thing I
technically
gave
Welsh. I mean, that's
I mean,
not
yeah,
the same. It's fine.
not at all.
No.
Geography. What?
I'm not good at geometry anyway.
Me neither.
Maps and
So,
stuff.
dudes, have you gotten any sleep yet? Or are you still running on fumes?
I slept in the truck a couple times today, and then when the day was over, it's like I'm just gonna go home, maybe drink beverages in the garage and
Crack it.
die later. Did you get some sleep? Yep, I actually died. Didn't wake up.
Didn't wake up. Weird.
Is it that you can sleep when you're dead? Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
that's usually my rule.
Yeah, my sleep schedule is so messed up over here.
I bet.
I was like tonight. I was like, it's 8 o'clock. I'm day drunk from freaking wine. I'm gonna go to sleep and sleep through and finally get on a sleep schedule. 1 o'clock in the morning rolls around. I'm like, and I'm awake. What's going on, boys?
Yeah, what time is it there right now?
Right now it is 1:34 in the morning.
AMs. Nope.
I'm sorry. Where are you?
I'm in Sicily right now.
Oh, jealous.
Yeah, that's why I saw your shirt. I was just like, oh, hey, I'm there.
Oh, this was Dang it. I wish I were there.
Awesome.
It's actually it's not terrible right now. It's not super warm, but it's not super cold. The volcano's exploding again, so that's its own. Like it's cool because it's all snow up on there, and the one side is all turning black from all of the ash that's coming down on top of the snow. So it's like really another nice thing where it's clear, so I can get a good picture of it.
You're saying the air quality is great then?
Oh yeah, it's real minty. It's really helping for my
California style.
My VA disability claim is really getting bolstered up right now.
It's like I just can't stop coughing.
Got the Christopher Walken. I got a sickness, and the only cure is lots of VA money.
Yes. Ding,
All right.
ding, ding.
Where's Cowbell? Hey, he's back.
So how's it? Have you had pizza? Have you had pasta? Sorry, I want to go there so bad.
It is not. If you are a big fan of American Italian food, I don't know that you'll be a big fan of Italian. It is 100. I love these guys that come over here and are like, "Oh, I'll get the pizza because I love pizza." And I was like, "You don't want that?" And they're like, "What do you mean?" I was like,
Very bland.
It is. A lot of their food is very bland, and oily, everything out. Like I just got some fresh olive oil from the wine place because they do that too.
Cats and kittens.
I tell you,
I gotta play it for him. Hold on a second, guys.
Of course, that goes a long way, but it's like
I'm on fire! I literally just caught on fire!
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah! Help me, Tom Cruise!
Hey,
Now-
CP.
Now I want some Wonder Bread.
I'll be right back.
CP.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, it's all different, but it is so good. Like they had different meat plates and sausage, and they're pairing different little foods and stuff with the wines today. Man, I was such a fat kid.
Are we like snooping on dudes with wrenches garage?
Oh yeah,
We're looking at that heater to make sure it don't start on fire. We'll start yelling at him.
Hey, CP, you want to come in? I'll send you a link.
It better not catch that gem of a Lovo on fire. I'll tell you what.
Hey,
what do you
Wasted
want,
Talent Fabrication. What do you drive out there?
Out here we've got so we've got 3
That's-
Volkswagen products. Well, 4 actually, because one's an Audi. We had an Audi Q2 or something like that,
Okay.
or A2 maybe.
There's a 2.
It's a 2. Oh yeah, no, it's only the finest of the bottom barrel crap cars we have here. And then we have a Volkswagen Polo, which is basically looks like a Golf, I would guess. And then we have 2 Volkswagen vans that are. The best part is like 3 of those things are sticks, and you should have seen everyone going, "Well, I can't drive that. How are we gonna get these rental? Like we sent these kids over to get rental cars. They're the ones who are gonna be the longest. And then they literally called back over on the WhatsApp and they're like, hey, can you send more people over? We can't drive the sticks. I'm like, Jesus.
Still, I could not picture you in like a Golf. It would look like, remember those old Ronald McDonald cars where it had the big head sticking out of it, and you could
that is exactly
looking through the sunroof.
So we packed this van that we went to the thing today, and it is a 9-passenger van, and there's 3 seats across the front, and it was me and another large gentleman and our underage DD in the front of this thing, packed like sardines. It was tight, to say the least.
Yeah, nobody fart. Come on now.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was on the way up there. On the way back, we've just been, piling in wine and bread and all, all kinds of other goodness.
Sausage.
Yeah, sausage and the gabagoo, and so it was.
I may have missed this part.
Steel still in here, guys? David, you still watching? I want to see that handicap van do a burnout, bro.
Handicap van burnouts. I like it.
Dave's not home, man.
You guys
Dave's
seen
not here.
watch the video this week?
No, I haven't.
No.
My schedule's been a little weird, as I was saying here.
He's a really cool dude. He's got 2 kids with autism. I think it's autism. And they're wheelchair bound. So he's gone out and purchased a handicap accessible van. He was working on it this week. And unfortunately, with his Camaro, if you guys go back and watch some of those videos, all I wanted to see was a damn burnout from this car, and he has yet to do a burnout in anything.
Oh,
so okay, David, burnout next week, please.
In the minivan?
It's not a minivan.
He's going with anything. I think anything fits.
He's lowered his standards very far.
I don't
down.
care if he takes his shoes and just
Go
makes
down to the Home Depot, get a $20 an hour pickup.
Oh, are we doing a motor swap?
I like this idea. Oh, we got another one coming in, guys.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Real minty guy right there.
Is that the guy who caught on fire?
This is CP. The cool
That's CP.
Oh, CP.
They were celeb.
Yeah.
More ways than I want to be.
Last night when I was making that,
known.
I watched that little meme thing I made probably 15, 20 times, and I almost died.
I'm gonna give you credit for the best one so far.
All right.
That is one of the best ones.
Room was saying, "I'm on fire! I'm on fire!"
We run around the shop saying that now.
And the worst part was you weren't even there. You weren't even there on your own stream. That's the bad part.
God damn Corona!
Yes.
Hey,
Corona.
listen,
You didn't even get a line with that one.
I did not.
You still over in Sicily?
Yeah. No, I'm here until middle of January. So yeah, I'll get Christmas and New Year's and all that here.
Oh man,
bogus.
Well, that was the thing. I don't really have like the family or anything there in New Orleans, so being there is just as good as being here.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, makes sense.
So,
manja.
The team.
Somebody said, make sure you have a fire extinguisher. I agree. And if you're going to get one, make sure it's an H3R Performance, one of my sponsors.
Oh,
I was going to say, there we go. That seemed like
must be a good one. I mean,
well, hey, CP is the tool guy. So, yeah.
Does he know fire extinguishers, though?
Do you know fire extinguishers? That's a tool.
I have a company that does that.
How many people can I have in a lot?
Fire department?
No, I actually have we have a fire extinguisher company that comes around, checks all the fire extinguishers, and I don't even deal with it.
Do you have those in your garage right there?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Because we never did talk about that because the fire got put out pretty quickly, and we never went to the, what was
fire
the plan?
safety.
Yeah.
In case of.
All right,
only you can prevent forest fires.
We instantly went to, he's okay, now make fun of him. Like, if you watch the video.
Waited that long.
Well, no, I mean, by the time I realized he was actually on fire and put him full
Kinda
screen,
over.
he was okay by then, and so
Yeah,
it went right
I may have
into.
overreacted a little bit.
I don't think so.
Thank you, Shop
I
Cat.
don't think so.
I just was like,
What's up, Shopcat?
something's cooking.
I'm pretty sure that's the 100% dead on reaction you should have to fire.
Yeah, so
To being on fire, yeah.
If
When
you
you were
if you watch the
unaware
video,
of
if
the
you watch the
fire.
video, he was like this.
Yeah.
And then he's, oh shit!
I mean,
Yeah, he opts
the
up.
thing is, you
And we
guys
were
didn't get to
middle
see
of
the flames,
conversation.
though. You guys didn't get
Yeah,
to see
no.
the flames. When I get up from my chair and look around, the flames were this far all the way up my jacket. They were that big.
Did you
And
see
not
the,
only that, I
the
like burned my
fireball?
hand a little bit, and it looked way less dramatic than what it really was.
Yeah,
I just never really
CB.
elaborated on it, but obviously you can see how much my jacket burned in like
CB.
literally less than like a couple minutes. Or
Listen,
it wasn't
man.
even a minute. And the whole thing went up in like just smoke and no, I mean, of course there's probably a little bit of, some grease and oil on my coat. I mean,
Oh,
what's an
yeah.
accelerant,
Did you see the flame ball that when you stood up in
What's
the
that?
video? Do you see
Yeah,
the
when you
flame
when
ball?
you pat the
Yeah,
fire,
it
you
was-
can see a flame ball go
Yeah, well, I was
across.
putting it out on the back of my chair when I grabbed my coat. I was slamming it with my hand. I was like, oh shit.
That goes a long way, but it's like
I'm on fire! I literally just caught on fire!
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah! Help me, Tom Cruise!
It never gets old. It never gets old.
that was the only thing. It's the only thing I can think of to say.
I didn't mean to come.
That was almost as funny as getting caught on fire. And so it was like right after, all of a sudden, Wasted Talent's like, "Save me, Tom Cruise."
Well, I'll tell you what. If you guys think that's the craziest thing that happens to me, hold my beer.
Right?
Just get the damn camera out. That's all I ask.
That's the problem. Is the camera's never ready when the time happens with me. I mean,
No.
there's been multiple instances. My friends will tell you there's never a dull moment around me, and there's a reason why that is because I'm just lucky. I'm just lucky.
It's a certain kind of luck, anyway.
Well, I mean, have you guys seen the video where Morrissey blew up the car, blew up the engine while he was trying to start it when he had a squirter into it? He had a video one time where he did a squirter. He was giving a little hot sauce to her, and she backfired and went through it. Well, I was dumping a can of gas in a car, like you've seen Derek and all those guys do. And my buddy cranked it, and it backfired right away, and the whole thing blew up in my hand. And I'm sitting there waving a gas can around and just spewing it right out of the funnel. I was like, "Oh God!"
So it's just a
And so I
flamethrower
realized
at
just
that
put your
point.
hand over the top of it, and you'll be fine. So that's what I did. But yeah, panicking is never the answer.
I saw a dude one time was pouring onto. He had like the funnel off of the gas can, and he was pouring onto a fire, and it caught back and lit that thing off like a jet engine and shot it out of his hand and like across the party. I was like,
Yeah.
I had a buddy. We took so it was pretty humid up here. We were having a little campfire in our smoker, and we couldn't get the damn thing to light. Now back at that time, if it was nighttime and a Saturday, I was already drunk. So he's like, "I'm gonna go get the gas. We'll put, we'll soak some sticks and shit in it. Whatever." I'm like, "All right, whatever. Go ahead." Well, we got the fire going, and he was taking his hands and dousing them in gas and then putting them in the fire and putting them out. Well, at some point in time, the bucket had got spilled. Somebody went to clean it up, but not only did it get spilled, it spilled on his leg and his shoe, so it was now soaked in gas. My buddy took the shovel, threw it in, threw the dirt into the fire. The fire is now on the shovel and goes to go like this to get another scoop. And I'm like, wait, no, it was too late. From the camera footage, you could see the skin coming off my friend. It burned him so bad.
No.
I was like, I kind of wish I had that footage just to show you guys, but it was bad.
Yeah, no.
Learning
I'm
lesson.
good. I haven't eaten yet. I'm good.
He was out of work.
I'm not a fan of the skin off Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't mean to hijack the show coming in with the fire talk, but who is your lovely guest here? I haven't met. I know 4 of the.
I'm Wasted Talent Fabrications. Nice to meet you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Grady.
I mean,
Well, you are kind of lovely. You are kind of lovely there, WTF. You are.
I couldn't. I'm sorry. I could not do that.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, any man that's minty would know better to just jump right in on that. So,
Nice.
You want to go for it again, Leah?
I'm Leah, no H. I have a 1966 Mustang Fastback, and I named my car Interesting because it's an interesting Mustang build.
oh,
So yeah, I'm new to the YouTube scene. I'm mostly on Instagram, and I'm trying to build that up. And my whole goal is supporting women in the automotive industry and connecting smaller businesses with each other. If you have a car that you enjoy taking pictures of, I'm going to support you on Instagram and YouTube, and try to watch as many videos as I can, because I also want to learn more about cars as well. So to see you guys sitting chatting about cars and not catching on fire is pretty cool.
No, the point is to catch on fire.
Oh, to catch on fire.
well,
It gets you more
that's
views.
what we were doing? I didn't know that's what we were doing.
Personal injury gets you more views.
well. The thing
Yeah,
about
it is.
YouTube and Instagram and social media and all that is you're not wrong. I mean, the people. It seems like dumb cat videos and stuff like that versus a lot of good information is
Content?
yes, actual content, actual content is sometimes harder to get grasp of. I mean, because you can watch the cat and laser pen videos. You've seen those, million views on those. Oh, I mean, that's kind of what. I mean, it's entertainment purposes. It's,
Right.
I mean, it is. So to cross those lines is something that is you have to be pretty special, or in my case, just rode the short bus all your life. So.
Gosh, Pepper. Sorry, my puppy just pooed it and it
Oh.
stinks. Oh.
There's nothing worse. Oh, that's
Dog
terrible.
fart. Dog fart.
Right
No
on cue,
bueno.
Bella's in here.
Oh man.
Change
It's like
the
the Steve Arnett was saying about if you want to make it big on YouTube, go get a bucket and go up to your main street and shit in the bucket in
Right.
front of everyone, and you'll go huge. Did you watch that
What?
interview he did on Straight Six and Old Car Guy? That's what he said. He's like, listen, if you want to make it big, that's what you need to do. No one's gonna come
He's not
watch
wrong.
you.
I mean, it's easier, and don't take this the wrong way. I think it's easier for women because they definitely have a captive audience. Guys are more attentive to listen.
In this particular market.
Yeah, which is not a bad thing at all. I'm not knocking on that at all. There's some people that don't do it very well, and there's some people that do it very well. They do a good job of conducting themselves in a manner that I would find to be professional and have sex appeal to all at the same time, which is definitely the way.
My videos don't
Classy.
have right.
Classy is the way. Classy.
Oh,
Classy. Keeping it classy. That's what you know. Unlike us, WTF, unlike me and you, we're not classy, okay? So let's not try to church it up for
I am
anybody.
the classiest broad that I know.
Yeah. Listen,
Yes, you are.
Gregory's here down on Honeysuckle Springs, Lottie, for you anytime you need. So, yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
No,
No,
the difference. Sorry, the difference.
Thanks, Cletus. That's what I was thinking.
I forgot you had that.
The difference I'm seeing already is that you're actually wrench in hand on just the video, the little bit of videos that I saw. I went over to your YouTube channel. Yeah, Leah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Leah,
So
Leah GC, right?
the cool part about it is even though I don't have my car in my garage, the garage that it's at, Gus's garage, I actually saw it today. I go there often. We talk about the car. They show me what's going on. They show me the parts. They let me buy the parts so that I keep them at my house for a while. I show you videos of it, but then I also research the part, understand how it works, how it goes on the car. While I don't have the tools to do it myself, I literally take it to Gus's. They show me where it goes. So at the end of my build, I will be able to maintain my vehicle.
Only
That's
way to
awesome.
do it. It's brilliant.
And you're honest about it, and that's bravo for you for being honest about it. I'm learning. That's simple as that.
Yeah,
So
that's the difference too. Is because guys, like, oh, I know what I'm doing, and then everything, starts on fire.
You're not wrong. Exactly.
I'm on fire.
No, it is. The men's masculinity gets in the way of their own egos.
Productivity.
You know what I mean? Like they're just
Productivity. Yeah, you guys break it and fix it, while we just watch you break it, and then we just know how to fix it. So.
You're not wrong.
Sometimes they just didn't build it right, and I got to fix it for them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They
Just got to make it better.
You ever run new
I
brake
take
lines?
perfectly-
I find a new way to run a brake line every time I do a job.
Yeah, you zip tie it to the drive shaft. Duh.
I mean, that's what the exhaust hangers are for. It's fine.
You tie it up to the exhaust hangers, and then it keeps your brake fluid warm too.
Yeah.
That was from that picture's from the show the other night, right, dudes?
Yeah.
That was the stereo install.
I just
Speaking
want
of
to touch on one thing real quick. Everybody that's in here, make sure that you're subscribed to everybody on the panel and in
I
the
would do
chat.
that. Yes.
Yes, please. And make sure you go and give me the thumbs up so YouTube knows that I'm an okay guy.
Oh.
Hey, follow me at Gregory on MySpace if you're gonna look me up.
Yes.
I'm
don't
on
ask,
that on Friendster, by the way.
What
I'm
is
on
it?
AOL.
It's Gregory.
I don't ask for anybody to follow me unless you watch my content and enjoy it. That's what I always say.
Oh,
You can
yeah,
get
my
me
opinion.
I think that's a
Yahoo
given. Isn't it?
Personal.
How can we not? That you're now a meme. You are a GIF. You are cemented into my memory.
You're a meme.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I got to tell you, some people
Hey,
would probably say that
there's-
you're in trouble now.
It's hilarious.
There's
Thank
no
you.
such thing as bad publicity, you know.
No, there isn't. I definitely create it all.
You're officially
I have no. I discriminate against no type of publicity, good, bad, or the other.
What's
Still,
other?
the fact that you're okay and it's now we can laugh about it.
Right.
That's the best thing ever.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
wait.
absolutely.
We were supposed to wait to laugh about it because we did.
No,
Yeah, you didn't give it much time.
Over the years, I have had several interesting stories. I mean, I am a walking train wreck. So that and you know what they say about train wrecks, you can't look away from them. So I have no, that's all there is to it.
Well, you can sure try, but the sounds are pretty loud.
No,
So.
it's definitely not. Yeah, you can try to avoid it, but it's just in there and in your teeth. So. My MySpace page still plays music. Exactly. It sure does. It does. I would rock a MySpace page if it was connected to social media now. That's honestly what I would. I keep saying this. If MySpace would turn the page around or turn the book around and go back to what they were doing, they would be the biggest platform today right now.
I
Easily.
still have a MySpace.
Yeah, because they didn't. There was some drama. I remember the Friends drama. Oh, dude, you're not my top 10. Who remembers that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
Lost
didn't do
friends
it.
over that.
What's going on?
Trying to see what you're eating.
Oh,
Oh,
look at
great.
that.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
my
funny.
Linda.
Yeah.
Oh my
Eating
God.
pizza while a guy's over in Sicily. That's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Well, my wife cares about me more than I do. So she's all like, "Have you eaten today?" And my response was, "No." So
Here's some greasy pizza.
yeah, here's some food.
I could see her opening the door and just sliding the plate out on the floor and shutting the door.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wash it down with some Kraken.
Yes.
I'm glad you didn't blow away, dudes, by the way.
We tried.
It got worse after I talked to you. So I sent dudes a video and I was like, hey, watch out for this huge tornado coming through here. And then nothing.
Oh.
And it was literally, I was like, look at the trees. They're blowing sideways. And look at all the leaves in my yard. Exactly 20 minutes after that, I literally was like, oh, shit, man. I was going outside. My trash can blew over. I'm like, what? And it's going, and it went on for a good bit.
Yeah.
The winds came in there strong at the end there.
He gone.
Nice car.
Yeah, old
That's a pretty-
CP sent me that video right in the middle of it, and I'm kind of laughing like that's pretty good. And then I'm like, he'll see, it's
Well,
coming.
it did say
It's
that
on
Des
its
Moines was
way.
one of the higher places where the outages was out at the time that you sent that to me.
Yep.
And I'm calling BS on that still.
Well,
Because
Council
the
Bluffs was actually
damages
the
were
worst.
still north of us. Like, the Junkyard Digs? Kevin got his parents' place got destroyed.
Yeah,
It's north of me.
Yeah, he put a picture up on there. It's like, I think I left a shed here, and there's just a truck parked there. And the shed
And my
down.
Matco dealer was just here, and he told me that he lives up by Nevada, and he said a bunch of stuff was destroyed up there. But I drove around town today, and I had 3 diags to do. I didn't see nothing. I mean, there was one like little like tin shed that blew over that they were talking about. Everybody in my town in the suburb of Des Moines was talking about. I was like, oh man, this is so crazy. This building was. I'm like, do you guys remember the derecho?
It wasn't terrible. Derecho was really bad because I had help with that cleanup.
Yeah, I was in that.
It wasn't terrible here, but I mean, there was detours on Highway 20 because it's closed right now still because the High Lines are laying on the highway.
Yeah, that's not good.
Wild.
That's definitely not good.
Big sticks.
I was in the derecho. I was in the derecho driving a semi, and I had to go to the proctologist to get the seat removed from my rear end. That's how bad that was.
Derecho was peeling roofs off of everything.
Dude, I was in a semi sitting there watching corn leaves hit the windshield so hard, and every time they hit, it was like I got shot because it would make me jerk. I was like, oh, this one's going to come through the windshield. I mean, that's how.
Things he said in Kentucky, they got clobbered pretty bad. I have coworkers out there, and they said they clocked it at 70 miles an hour. That's just the wind.
Yeah.
And so people who were renovating their home put all their belongings in one of those boxes, those
containers.
They went outside. The container was gone. They literally lost everything that they put into there because their house was being renovated. So the house was there, but the container flew away. Can you imagine, like,
I think you'd have a better chance of keeping your stuff, though, at least if it was in the container. I'd like to see what the container looked like after you got it.
Yeah.
Man, that Kentucky definitely was. I'm not trying to upside. Oh, who's leaving?
So I have to head out. Sorry.
All right, that does it. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
All right, well, let's give her the floor. Come on.
Yes. Shout yourself out.
Oh, okay. I am Leah GC on YouTube, which I'm hardly ever on, but follow me anyway. I'm mostly on Instagram, also known as Interesting, ENTRESTANG. Interesting because I have an interesting Mustang build, 1966 Mustang Fastback. If you're a female and you love classic cars, I will support you 100%. If you're a guy and you love classic cars and don't give me a hard time about mine, I follow you as well. Thank you guys for allowing me to join you. This is my first YouTube live, and I hope to do it again someday.
Absolutely. We'll definitely have you back on again.
Awesome.
Just let me know when you have a little more time. We do this every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So
awesome.
Yeah, not to plug another person, guy above you, and this guy. We do it every Saturday. So there's a lot of them to go around. This guy does some too. You want to talk to him?
Tuesdays.
Yeah, Detroit does an awesome live stream on Tuesdays too.
Very nice. I don't have Tuesdays busy, so shoot me an invite.
CP's Friday night. We take up every night of the week. It seems like.
Yeah, Friday night I do mine, and I'm more tool related though. I don't do as much car stuff.
Everybody, just invite me. I just want to jump on and give you all a hard time. And next time I will bring Kraken. I don't know. Maybe I'll just start talking crazy.
That's right in.
What part of the country are you from? What state or whatnot?
I'm in Austin, Texas. Don't move here. Yeah. Do not move. Don't you move here.
That's what everybody tells me, and it was such an awesome city. Jesse James was there.
Yeah, he had a car show a few months ago. He's the most chill, relaxed celebrity that will kick a beer back with you. And I mean, it's pretty awesome. We have Iron Resurrection. I don't know if you watch that on Motor Trend as well. They're out here. We're actually surrounded by a lot of car
stuff. It's really big there. Yeah. Austin seems like a great area, but I get a lot of people like, don't come here. I'm like, what? Say what?
Please don't.
Well, yeah, that's what I don't think it's so much that they think it's bad. They just want people to stop getting there and ruining it from wherever they come.
Well, they're coming from Cali, and you know what Cali is about.
Yeah.
Well, I heard that
I'm in Arizona. I get it.
Banning generators. I don't know what that's about either.
What?
So, yeah, California. Small engines.
Any small engines, CP. You can't even have a generator in California.
Yeah, you can't have your generator there because we are the only ones that can provide you with power unless we can't provide you with power, and then fuck you. That's why.
Yeah, until we take and shut your power off because you're running your air conditioner. But don't run your generator.
No.
And don't water your grass during that time either.
That state.
You can have a battery-powered generator, and that's it.
My brother used to break in our house and steal the TV.
But now he's dead.
What?
You know?
What just happened there?
That was the guy. I read that article because that guy totally got killed by a store clerk because he was robbing the place.
Yep.
The family was upset that the store clerk was allowed to have a gun to shoot this guy that was robbing them.
Yep.
And yeah, what are you gonna do?
I forgot to say Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas! Dinner was full!
Why is the carpet wet, Todd? I don't know, Margot.
I've already watched that movie 5 times. If you haven't watched that movie 5 times, what are you doing?
We watched it on Thanksgiving, and we just watched Christmas Story the other night.
Yeah, what is it about that movie that you can just watch just time and time again? I don't understand it.
I have no
If
idea.
you're not watching the best Christmas movie, and by best Christmas movie, I mean Die Hard, then you're doing it.
I was going to say Die Hard is this week.
No, Christmas Vacation is by far it is the best Christmas movie. Die Hard's a good movie, but Christmas Vacation is the quintessential best Christmas movie. Because you know what? It hasn't sugarcoated exactly how Christmas usually is for most people. There's always Uncle Eddie. You know, whether it's me or the person in your family that is.
So my son is 11, and he started watching a little bit of the Die Hard movie because it came up on some. Hey, we'll go watch this. It's Christmas time. So he started watching it a little bit, and he shuts it off. I'm like, you want to watch that? And he goes, I don't think he's gonna die. I'm like, what? He goes, well, the title says he's gonna die hard, and I don't think that's gonna happen. And I'm like, okay, well,
You're a smart kid.
Much more literal to you, so great.
Oh, somebody jump in. Do you have any?
I'm not on a comment.
Anybody with a wrench? Did you give anybody a moderator wrench? You got him?
I already got him. I deleted a comment already. I didn't ban. I was waiting to see if they go again.
What happened?
Wow, you got jokers in the comments.
Trolls.
Hess Kenobi or whatever the hell that is.
Oh, I missed him.
Did he say anything good?
No, I just put that link thing or whatever the hell that is.
The link for hot girls.
Was that what that is? Damn, if I don't know that, I would have clicked on it.
You got something always. There's one that says hot girls, and there's one that says something. Dude, Junkers, you got to change your deal. I will tell you, this has been immensely huge for a couple guys have said it even. You can put a setting on your channel now where you have to be a member for X amount of minutes before you can actually comment.
I really do that.
I think it's genius for live streams, and it works brilliantly. Trolls just can't. They have to sit there and wait. It's almost like watching a. It's like watching a wino. Put a bottle of wine in front of him. If he wants to troll you, if he wants it, he's going to have to. Hey, come on, man, give it to me, give it to me. You know, but they have to be a member. They have to be subscribed to your channel in order to comment.
Just give me a link.
Oh,
yeah.
I need to do that.
I feel like if you're going to wait 25 minutes to troll me, you've earned it.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Wasted. I'm like, or you can wait an hour or 2 hours, whatever you want to put it, whatever you would like to put it. And I'm not saying that it helps your subscriber count, but 8 new subscribers happened on Friday night on my live stream alone. So, and the thing I like about it is that it keeps people a little bit more honest. I don't like the fact that they don't allow you to be not publicly subscribed to everybody's channel because I think, I just think I think it's dumb. I don't unsubscribe for people anyways, but I think it's just like I can look and see if a new subscriber comes. This is why I like it. When you're publicly subscribed to somebody's channel, then if I see you, and that's how I know I get subscribers, and I see you and you have a channel, that's how I know. So if you subscribe to me and you aren't a public subscriber, and you're wondering like, hey, why is that CP guy never subscribed to me or whatnot, or does he even look at my channel? You will know because I check my subscriber count, or when I go into my new subscriber count and I see if there's somebody that's got a new channel, then I watch their channel and then I subscribe to them. And that's why I like it, because it's 10 times easier than for me to go through and try to find people's channels and do all that stuff.
So how do you do this?
Huh?
How do you do this? Say.
How do I do what?
The subscriber thing.
Set up the subscriber thing.
Oh, you got to go to your settings on your live stream, or the settings. You got to go to your channel. You can do it on your YouTube on your public settings deal. Now that dude, I tell you what, I don't actually know how to do it honestly right off the bat. Destroyer probably could tell you better than I can. I know you got to go to your settings on your main profile. That's all I can tell you.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, I'm
The thing
definitely
about it is the other thing is I've noticed, and my buddy Nick, who has 15,000 subscribers, will tell you the same thing. When we turned our public subscriber count on, we ended up seeing that we had more residual people coming in and out and more traffic. Honestly, because I think YouTube promotes it. To be honest with you, maybe, and it's just a myth, and just like a lot of things, it's not factual, and I don't know everything about YouTube. But I think it's almost like inviting, in my opinion. It's just, to me, it's a courtesy. It's something that you're just saying, hey, friend, I like your channel, and I'm going to subscribe to you. So I'm going to let you know I'm subscribed to you.
Hello!
Yeah, hello. That's just how I feel about it. I don't know. It's just courtesy thing, like, to me. And it just makes things better. I just like it. I don't know what to say. Anyways. But yeah, the live chat is great for finding channels. Yes. Mechanics.
Let's see here.
I don't know. I don't know really how to explain it other than that. That's just my take on everything. My opinion, nothing factual. And by the way, dudes, I did get your package today. You definitely were generous. Thank you. There will be a video coming out. So if you guys want to see what Dudes with Wrenches put in his box, if you want to see what Dudes with Wrenches puts in his box, stay tuned.
I don't know if my box would enjoy showing that.
And I'm going to show you what Dudes put in my box.
Yeah, you did. It was in your box.
It's my box now, but he shipped
his
box.
Did he put it in there, or did he shove it in there?
No, he shipped it to me.
Oh,
He shipped his box. He shipped his box to me full of goodies.
Does it say fragile?
Yeah, I think it might have. I don't remember. But I just noticed a box on my step today. When I pulled back in the driveway, I was like, I didn't order anything. What the hell is this from? I'm like, okay, there we go. I was like, what did we get today, folks?
Oh, I forget that CP only gets good packages from anonymous people.
Oh yeah, I get. See, what you guys, some of you guys won't ever probably get to do that because you're probably, you know me. I'm CP, so I invoke that. Classic.
He's a popular guy. He's fine.
Yeah. Hey, no, it's because sometimes I voice my opinions about things like Harbor Freight, and people think they take it seriously, and they get all offended by it. So that sets them off the crazy train. So they send me feces in boxes, in bags. But that's not a good thing to do. So. Did he put a sizable pack? Yes, he did. He actually put something very expensive in my box, in his box. In my box? Whose box is it? It's my box now. But you put it in the box and sent the box to me. So this could be a Saturday Night Live skit. I'm already on board with it. It wasn't a Justin Timberlake box. He didn't put the D in the box.
I'd need a bigger box.
Maybe I should do it. Maybe that's how I should do a video. Step 1, open the box. Step 2, put your junk in that box.
Oh,
Step
yeah.
3, maybe I'll do a little thing when I open the box for dudes and be like, so dudes, sent me a box. And we're gonna talk about properly open the box. Step 1, open the box. Step 2, we get the junk out of the box.
I feel like I'm watching a really wrong Sesame Street.
Shut up, Meg.
Awesome.
That's pretty much my channel in a nutshell right there. Like, I don't plan on being. I'm more like the crossing the line to rated R from PG-13. Only the censorship wants to put me on rated R, but they still got me on PG-13. They're like, well, he's still kind of chubby, so that kind of keeps him from going R.
your 80s before there was PG-13, so they're just like, it's PG, it's not quite R.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
It's still rated R. There's a lot of fur on that peach. It's fine.
Guys,
There's a lot of fur on that peach.
I think we're boring my mother.
Oh, I forgot. Okay.
How long is this for? Oh, I think the junk in the box was definitely not what you wanted.
Just
You
take
didn't
your
tell us
phone.
you didn't tell us your mom was on, Junkers. I apologize.
You did
Mr.
earlier.
Clunkers. I didn't mean to be so rude.
Are you kidding me?
Why didn't you tell me that, Junker?
She's not afraid of offense.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I was a trucker.
How am I ever supposed to make a good impression with your mom now, Junkers? I mean, I was
Well,
looking to
I
take her out
literally
on the town or
practiced-
something.
Oh, don't worry, you're in, dudes. You're in.
I have literally practiced the two worst professions in the world besides being a sailor. I was a truck driver and a mechanic. So I have the filthiest mouth this side of the Mississippi.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you trying to say there, bud?
Well, you know, in the old saying, goes, cussing like a sailor. 4 hours later. It's not even 4 hours yet. It's only been an hour and 10 minutes.
It's a 4-hour tour.
It's a 3-hour tour.
3-hour tour.
Was it
3 hours?
Was it 3? Oh, that's my bad.
A
Yeah, but-
3-hour tour.
But is it 4 hours for other people in different time zones?
It depends
think
if
that's
you've had
possible.
wine or not on a volcano.
Yeah.
I don't
Then
think that's how time works, Junkers.
Yo, you know what I will tell you that I figured out on this trip out here that was just mind blowing to me is that there's a place in Canada that is not an hour difference; it's an hour and a half difference.
What?
How do you get a half?
Yeah,
We
where'd you
looked
get the half from? That's
so
mathematically
here's
impossible.
how we looked this up. Then I looked this up, or we looked it up. It's on the edge of a time change zone, and so they voted to put it instead of going an extra hour this way. They split the difference essentially. So St.
Isn't there
John's,
one in,
Canada,
like,
is
Utah,
an
Nevada that
hour
does
and
that?
a half. It's an hour and a half difference from the East Coast time.
Oh, that just has to piss people off that live there.
Bro, I got there.
Oh, God.
It blew my mind. I was like, because my
Hey,
computer.
we're gonna need you to work till 3:30 today. God damn it! I have to be to the bank, and it closes at 5:30 in that time zone.
you live right on the border, and the time is
Yeah.
when you're working, it's the regular time, and there it's a half
I'm
hour.
get off at 3 today, okay? And they're like, you got plenty of time to get to the bank. It's only 3. No, it's 5:30 in that time zone.
No,
10
that was the
miles
deal. Was
away.
so no. The problem was that it would have been an hour difference 10 miles away. So what they did is they just made it a half hour difference. They split the difference, so it's the same on a half hour on both sides of it.
Oh,
That's
So
somehow
instead of-
worse.
yeah,
Instead
that
of
is
being-
somehow worse.
Instead of being an hour difference across town, it's just a half an hour different from everywhere else.
I would just have my clock set a half hour ahead all the time, and then just
That was
Yeah.
like that
I
would be
would
like if
ignore
they
it.
handed you this and said, "Here's a flashlight."
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
No,
Shop
I mean, it is if you want to
Shop
remove
knows
warts.
exactly
That's fine.
where I'm talking about. That is exactly where I'm
Make
talking
sure to wear protection.
Yo, listen, seriously. It messes
Hey,
with
don't
my-
clean that post.
Yeah, don't clean that post.
Make sure
Keep that
you
post clean. Oh my god!
Well, you have to put it on there and then you twist it. Remember, you got to twist it.
Yeah.
Real good.
Oh,
If that doesn't work, just take Coke or Pepsi or something like that, carbonated, and pour it on there.
Yeah, you know, I used to do that all the time when I was in the service station when I first started during college when I was in tech school. And guys would be like, "What the hell are you doing?" And I was like, and I go up to the well, I worked at a gas station, Amoco, to be honest with you, which I still think was the best job I've ever had in my life as far as learning how to work on cars because I got all the piddly shit to work on, like the dealerships couldn't take them time, so like half those guys never learned that stuff. But I would always just run up to the cooler and grab a Coke, and they'd be like, "What are you doing?" I'd be like, "Charge it to the shop." And they're like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "Just charge the Coke to the shop. Okay, that's not that hard." And they'd be like, "All right." And so then my boss one day, or the owner one day, is like, "CB, how come you're charging the shop for Cokes all the time?" Because you know that free soda is not acceptable. And I said, I use it to clean all the batteries with. And I said, it literally will eat a penny. If you leave a penny in Coke, it'll eat on the copper on it too. And I said, and he goes, "Really?" And I go, "Yeah." And I go, realistically, if you think about it, if you're going to buy battery terminal cleaner shit, it's going to cost you more. And it's pretty much the same stuff. It's citric acid with folic acid or whatnot in it. And then, or you could do baking soda and water too. Baking soda and water's not that bad. So sometimes I use baking soda and water. I actually kept baking soda in my toolbox. I'm that weird guy. Sorry.
Hey, keep it fresh.
Yeah, I know. Don't want my tools to go stale. A box of Armor Hammer goes a long ways, fellas. Telling you,
like
right
that
now.
new tool crunch.
Yes, exactly. Exactly, dude. It's one of the. I mean, I should do a video on it. To be honest with you, like it's one of the stupidest things that you couldn't not do. Having a box of baking soda in your toolbox comes in a lot handier than you think. If you have heartburn one day when you're working, it works great for antacid because that's exactly what they use for antacid. A spoonful of that takes away antacid. If you literally want to clean terminals or whatnot, pour that in a cup of water, stick the terminals in there, let it sit there and soak on them. Clean it versus spraying them down or brushing them. You can literally, put that in baking soda and let your terminals or wiring, all that stuff decorrode with it. But not only that, I literally wrap a paper towel with baking soda water around some corroded wires if I don't want to strip them back all the way. Or I can't strip them back all the way, I should say. Not I want to. I can't strip them back. Soak them and let them drip down in there and kind of clean that out. And then I can kind of flush that stuff out and go assess it from there of how bad the damage is. Because some of these wiring harnesses are thousands of dollars, to replace some of that stuff. So, and baking soda is really, and it's cheap. What is it, a couple bucks a box? I mean, a can of terminal cleaner and all that shit is expensive. So, Coke or baking soda for the win. But yeah.
Hell yeah.
What's up, Piston Twist?
Usually you can check me out on my fans only. Best way to send me a message. I'm looking for a broad down at Honeysuckle Springs, Lottie. Oh, Gregory will take care of you. If you ain't got a broad, you send a broad my way.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, there he is.
There you go, dude. I mean, you can't go wrong with baking soda. It's literally the shit.
That's literally in my toolbox. So
is it?
Yeah.
So the question I have is, why did they call it baking soda?
Yeah. Let's read the box, man.
Then why did people call soda pop soda?
Same reason I call myself skinny. Doesn't really mean what it does.
Okay. So if you were unaware, you can use this for a relaxing bath, a fuller, more manageable hair.
Yeah.
Invigorating yet gentle facial exfoliator. Yeah. So get armed with your hammer right now.
Yeah. I mean, dude, baking soda is literally. I have boxes. I keep
carpet cleaner.
Yeah, carpet cleaner too. Yeah,
Wash your dishes. Put it in your disposal. Garbage pail.
You brush your teeth with it.
CM. I don't know what this Tea Minister, Surfer, or whatever. Baking soda also does put out fires too. So if you have a grease fire or something like that, or you caught oil on a car, which oil on a car doesn't catch on fire. It's not as combustible as like cooking oil, but.
And if you really want to mess somebody up, replace their baking soda with cornstarch and watch them put out a fire with that.
Oh. No bueno. No bueno.
So it looks like your customer service department at OnlyFans CP has got some issues here, bud.
What's that?
Read this comment.
Oh, I sent your message to OnlyFans with a $10 bill. Stay to it. Still nothing. Huh? I'm gonna have to talk to the. I'm gonna have to talk to the witch running my account. Little hussy stealing my money now.
Watch the till. You always got to watch the till.
Right, exactly.
Everyone's got their dirty fingers.
I need myself a good I need a Patrick Swayze. That's what I need. What would he call himself? The cooler. I need a good cooler. Is what I need. Back to road. I need a good Roadhouse guy.
Yeah.
Pat
She's
Garrett.
skimming off the till.
I never watched Roadhouse.
Banquet bear.
Never watched Roadhouse until Family Guy started referencing it all the time.
Roadhouse.
I guess I gotta go watch this movie now.
One of my favorite clips.
I watched Roadhouse so much that I could probably recite all the lines. In fact, my favorite line that I picked up from that movie: "Does a hobby horse have a wooden dick?" Say it all the time when he's in the parts store.
That is a good one.
He said, I think he says, "There's a hickory horse." I changed it up a little bit. I think he says, "There's a hickory horse, I don't know, whatever he says. It's a little bit different than mine. Does a hobby horse have a hickory dick?" I think is what he says.
Yeah.
So, but that's one of my go-to lines from that duo.
I don't know.
Every
It might be
week.
mahogany.
Rich mahogany.
It's mahogany. It's Facebook Messenger. I don't even. How did you find me on Facebook? How did you even find me on Facebook? My Facebook should be on complete lockdown. No one can find me on Facebook.
Well, even if your shit's on lockdown, you can still have Messenger sent to you.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I don't use my name on Facebook at all because it's all family shit on there, and I have enough. I don't like talking to them, so.
He found you with facial recognition software.
Yeah, I have like 1,000 followers or something on Facebook that I don't even talk to. Or
I don't know how Facebook works really. So
yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me neither because I see these videos pop up of these people that are like, watch. And, they do those pranks where she's sleeping on the couch, and they're like, and he like pours an entire like bag of water on her, and like she doesn't even notice. He's like, and then you're like, okay, whatever, dude. This is, and then everybody's like in the comment section going, "This was retarded. Excuse me.
It's a little special.
Yeah, it's a little special. This was ignorant, and it's like, but there's a million comments, so we all got duped into it, and we all watch it. I think Leon Lush talks about this on his. Leon Lush has done a couple videos about these. He loves bagging on these things,
Yeah.
But they get big views. Yeah, I don't know why.
That's what we're all doing wrong.
Yeah, that's what I said though. Yeah. YouTube is 90% dick and fart jokes.
Yeah.
Like all
dude.
social media.
Did you see the one though where the guy put vibrating panties in his wife's drawer, set him on the top one, and she put them on and didn't know.
Yeah, she didn't know.
And quote unquote. And so he has a remote and they're out eating at a restaurant and he's hitting the button and they start. It was pretty funny. But you also threw hot sauce in it too, but that wasn't as funny.
Was that was on YouTube or was it on
I think it was
Facebook?
YouTube.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of those now. You know what the sad part is? I'm not trying to brag or anything, but 20 years ago I had that thing. Okay. And I didn't know, everybody thought I was an idiot when I had that, when I had, but they've been out forever, but everybody thought I was an idiot when I would used to do that. And now people are like, I got in trouble because I made my girlfriend wear that too. We went out and I got my ass reamed and this, that. And now people are getting millions of views for that kind of, what's going on here?
The demoralization of America, CP.
Right.
That's what's going on here.
Bizarro world.
No, here's the thing is I'm still not acceptable in society because everything I do is politically correct. But unless they do it, it's only do as I do, not as I say. Or whatever, how that was saying worse.
Who's they?
I don't know. That's what I don't know.
Okay.
The people who make up the rules. That's what I forget.
I didn't know we were doing rules.
It's probably because you talk about Brandon once in a while and,
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm serious though. I mean, honestly, like the people that are getting all the views, like these the people that follow, like the millions of people that follow these people that do just absolutely mindless, like.
Well, I think the difference is the people that do mindless stuff are less, this is my view, and more, I'm going to do whatever pays. Period. Yeah. No morals, no ethics, no anything. They don't have conviction.
Wait a second. I did that same stuff, and I got condemned. I'm telling you. Back when social media came out, I got condemned for that stuff.
But that's the same thing. So when TV first started, you couldn't have people with their feet both in the bed. There was morals and rules in the beginning, and then it slowly just kind of drifted away into obscurity. And that's why we talked about this before, with all the females doing what they do is just an acceptable thing now.
I had this thing called the Black Egg, and it had a loop on it and hung down and had a remote control. And I did a video. I legitimately did a video and put this on my Facebook. And my whole family, like 9,000 people I didn't know, they crucified me. They literally were beat. And now I'm like, I see this and I'm like,
you were ahead of your time. But you're literally talking about a country that was founded on the people leaving Europe because they were a bunch of prudes, and one, you know what I mean, or because
it's coming full circle.
I can tell you this much: I'm about to loosen up the cannon a little bit more. The more every day that I get away with a little bit more, the looser I get. I can tell you that much.
Oh, that's how stretching. That's how stretching works.
Here's the best part. So this is a story I like to point out to everybody, and everybody can see this and relate to it. So,
you're like the only. Yeah,
I picked it up. I just was trying to not.
Okay, this is my business. Like, if you want to see as like a business event that uses just total off the shelf stuff, you look at Miley Cyrus, and now hang with me here. We're going into Miley Cyrus range because I use this as a metaphor for many things.
It's great though.
So she was a country star. Okay, tried to be. The competition that Miley Cyrus had in the country singing world was Taylor Swift at the time, because she was also a country artist of the similar age, similar group. And she knew, well, I'm not going to beat Taylor Swift. I don't have the chops for that. I don't have the ability to beat that. So as a business decision, what did she do? She went off the rails, made music that was just crazy and wore all these crazy things and acted like a fool, became a millionaire with it, just blew up overnight. Everybody defended her, even though the shit she was doing made no sense. And then now, well, I've changed my image and I'm back to being regular Miley Cyrus again.
Well,
business strategy 101.
No,
hey,
but let's
no one would know her without achy breaky heart.
Let's also not negate the fact that she did have one of the biggest one-hit wonders on her side to help her out too.
Yeah,
well, Billy Ray Cyrus is no slouch to figuring out how to just break in and be big.
Just burn money. I mean, it doesn't even matter. That man knows how to make money. I mean, you can look at.
Hello.
His career is a perfect example of somebody that just knows how to come into an industry without that much talent and just make money.
Was he really not that talented though?
I'm gonna say that because he was not as good as talented as compared to other country singers
at the time, the country singers. But now, I would say that he is a giant compared to the new, like the talent now. That's the sad part about it is, he was just in an era where he was not as good as everybody else.
Yep. He invented
a syphilis face.
A syphilis face. What?
What?
That's a face now?
What?
Where did you get that?
Wait, what did you just play?
You're muted.
You're muted.
He's muted.
You're muted. Here, I think I can unmute him.
You're muted.
That won't let me unmute him.
All right, there we go.
Don't pull a destroyer.
I didn't mean to hit the button at that time, but it was perfect because dude said he is and it said syphilis face.
Hey, was it Destroyer's stream that I was rewatching where he went on for about 20 minutes?
Without a mic?
Yeah.
I felt so bad for that was when I watched when I didn't get to I don't know if I commented on that yet.
Yeah,
I watched that the other day when
his brother.
Yeah.
A syphilis face.
Oh, that was weird.
I don't know what that is.
I got nightmares coming in. Yeah, I felt bad for you when you were doing that, Destroyer.
Well, that morning, my computer, like right before I went to bed, it said, "Do you want to do an update and shut down?" Sure. Hit the button. Wake up the next morning. Suddenly, I had Windows 11.
Cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Great.
Everything's
that could happen to my computer too. Yeah.
So when I turned on my live, I didn't realize it just went to mute. As soon as I turned it on, it went to mute.
You were hyped up too. Like the whole time I was like, oh man.
It was probably one of the best intros. Yes, one of the best intros I had done.
I could tell.
I was so pissed off, especially having what I considered a good dude, but a pretty decent guy to have on. Yeah. Like it was a big deal to me.
No, I get it. I
not that everybody isn't, but it was just one of those like
no,
I don't look like an ass in front of that guy.
Yeah. No, I could feel your pain. Like I was sitting there, I was like, oh man, that poor dude. I was like, I could tell the hype. I could feel it, man. I could feel it vibing. I was like, Destroyer's on fire and he cannot get a word out to anybody.
Did you get my message?
No!
Destroyer, I got your message. I must have had 50 messages And I was so in the zone
Yeah.
that until I have my phone sitting right here on a stand, and until it popped up and said Parker
Oh,
Mitchell,
I was
I'm
seeing
like,
the chat. The chat was blowing up. People like I sent him messages. Like there was people had a
Hello?
full conversation. One guy said I baked a meatloaf, and he's
oh God.
and I was
There
like,
was people
oh,
that are like, I'm out of here. Still,
no, I watched the whole thing. It was still great. I wanted to tell you though, it was still great. It was still a great live stream. Once again, you still killed it. Like, dude, I don't think you ever have to worry about it once you get to that. When you get to that supreme comfortability where you can even surpass something like that mistake, you did move on very well. I was interested more to see how you recovered, and I thought you did real good at recovering. I knew it wasn't as fire as what you were coming in hot with. Like when you first, like I could tell the passion because you were let down and you struggled just a little bit, but impressive nonetheless. Because I know how you feel. I've been there. I've been there, done that.
It was a kick in the nuts that I did kind of did to myself. I didn't think I would ever have to look at the mute button because I didn't touch it.
Yeah.
People don't understand that riding that momentum. Once you get there, like people don't understand that, and when people don't understand why I get upset about live stream killers. Like that's why, because like when that changes the momentum of your live stream and the tempo of your live stream, that's what I mean. Like that's the difference, and it's surprising. But I remember this huge when I took radio. I don't remember what class I took. I took radio something or something marketing. Wasn't marketing. It was more just how to become a radio announcer. When I was in high school, we had a class like that. I took a semester of it because the dude was kind of cool. And I remember he was just talking about like, once you lose your tempo, like smiling and having fun. And once you start getting that drowning out feeling, like you're done. It's like there's no way, there's abyss of no return. Now, some people can recover better, but then he's like, you got to find a way to recover. But like, I thought you did an excellent job recovering, but I knew it wasn't as good as you the first started out. The hype, I could feel it. I could see it in your eyes. I could see it in your just the way you're talking and whatnot. So, just wanted to say that quick. Sorry.
Nah, appreciate it. It's still my biggest live ever.
Yeah.
Almost 1,000 views on a live. Yeah, which I don't ever get 1,000 views on a live. That's
Parker was pretty cool. I mean, I thought like he was such a laid back, chill dude. Like it makes me believe that whole family is just a group of people that they're just so easygoing. Like I envied it. I was like, Dan, I wish I could be that easygoing where I'm so chill. I'm just having fun and not even when you're having so much fun that nothing bothers you, like that's what's up. You know what I mean? Like
that's the hard part is though, at least what I've seen and talked to even him, but there's so many people they've gotten thrust into so much now.
Yeah.
That and I'm that live stream, there was so much going on because of I almost couldn't keep up with the chat, which is never an issue, but it was like flying. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to put everybody on slow mode. I've never done that, but I understand because they can't give attention to everybody. And then they have so many people trying to mess with them because when you start climbing that mountain, the higher you get, people want to kick you off the top.
Though, one of the things is, Destroyer, I will tell you as a person that I know what it's like to have a few more people, not acting like I'm a big deal. Because I think once you get to a point where you get up to like 200 or 300, then because I'm already missing people at 100. Okay. And people are going to get mad with that. And what I say to that is let those people go. Like, don't even waste your time with them because it's sad that you have to think that you intentionally try to miss somebody, especially when it's somebody that you've talked to in the past or said something to. And people want to jump in on and get your attention, your attention for that. Like, don't even worry about that stuff. Like, I mean, that, and I know how you feel because you're just like I am. You don't want to let somebody go by and, you don't want to let somebody not feel like they got left out or something like that. And it's extremely hard, extremely difficult to do that. But with 100 and some odd people in the chat, I can start to mitigate that a lot better after, like, I'd start to learn you stop looking at the hellos to other people in the chat. Like, you have to start, and once you start cutting out that and looking for questions and you get yourself a process, and I know Wasted Talent even said it to me the other night, and I don't really realize it, but it's an evolution of me doing so many live streams that I've actually cheeched it up on learning how to, just manage it. And I think once you get over that 100 mark, though, and start getting up towards 200, I think it's a little bit more difficult because I've already, like I said, I already missed people, but it's not that bad at 100. It really isn't. Like, you can do 100, 125. No problem.
Well, no, I was just kind of saying with where they've gotten, they're so big. It's hard.
Oh,
I could imagine it being hard to them. I mean, I have no problem with any of it, but when they're that big, I've seen where so many people are trying to, first of all, grab your attention, and then there's people who want to try and screw you over.
Oh yeah.
Or try to jump on your coattails and the fake friend type thing from high school.
Absolutely.
That's where how they're dealing with it, as you said, is awe-inspiring to me, because they're still courteous, they're still nice, but they still got to get their stuff done. Right. So it's not, they're not just saying screw everybody. They try to keep you included a little bit, but I don't know. It's neat to see, okay, that's where they're at. And I'm not attempting to be them or go that high. I love where I'm at right now. I make gas money and beer money, and I get to hang with my friends. That's
lucky some bitch. You make gas money?
That's about it. Well, I work from home. That's the only way.
I was gonna say I doesn't drive anywhere, so.
Well,
I drive to the gas station.
I don't really. My tools, because I buy tools, that just deflates my whole funding of anything on YouTube right there. I mean, I just got off the tool truck today, $800 in, and that's not even going to cover analytics check or last month's.
Snap-on stops by here, and I tell them, "Here's your money," and I don't go on the truck because
Snap-on truck this week and didn't do that. But I want to say something real quick about what you're talking about, though, Destroyer, before we get off on another topic. I wish more people, and I like it when this little stream, and that's why I come over to these little streams and stuff like that. I'm not saying nothing bad about it, but I know it's a more comforting stream. Okay, it's nicer to come to a stream. It's nicer to come to a stream where there's more guys in here we can talk to. Piston Twisted, the guys they're in here, but
you don't get the people in the chat that are just here to be like, hey.
Yes, yeah, me, hey, pick me. But it's also the people, and once again, I actually got to give a credit to Tim Windsor. Yeah. He's a shining example of how to get noticed without begging people. Respectfully commenting, and this is what I think is good for the community to hear this type of stuff, is respectfully commenting and not being relentless.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
And you get
Kill
noticed.
With kindness.
Exactly.
But that dude is just there all of the time, being a minty freaking dude.
Yeah, like he
says hi to everyone. And
every video.
Yeah, him, Rich is same way. Rich
exactly. Rich, exactly. There you go. There's another one. Rich 350. Yeah, just great people. That's how you get noticed, and that's how you get recognition. That's how you get respect. That's how you get credible. I mean, like credibility. Like there's nothing that means more. Hey, I'll chat, but yeah.
All right, that does it. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Shopcat too is another good one. There's a lot of good people. There's a lot of good people, and I have a community of people that started. If you guys probably seen them come over to your chats, Bubba Ayers, Larry Croft, if he comes over there. There's a lot of good people that have been respectful, and I like building that community of people. They don't get offended easily by the stuff I say, just because they know I'm joking 90% of the time, and that's a cool thing, I mean,
so I have a question for the seniors that's been in here way longer than Wasted and I. How was it before? Was it this large of a community before we got in here?
Well,
was it all coming together?
So I started with Cletus and Robert. So, I mean, this is kind of an extension of that. So I've seen it grow just in the past 3 months, to tell you the truth. So I don't know what it was before that. I've only been here 4 months, give or take. I know CP's been in his community probably over a year.
2 years
just
now.
Branching into this, and Destroyer's been doing his own thing. So I think it's not so much growing as just the groups are attaching to each other.
Yeah. And I always wanted to merge the tool community with the car industry because I don't know why there was a separation there. Yeah. But I feel like there's a lot of good people in the tool community that, we work on cars. We're no different. Right. Granted, there's some of them that are shittier and newer and whatnot, but some of us like me inspire to work on old stuff because it's to be fair, it's mindless to me. It takes me back to a time where it was simpler, easier things, and it's just like, I mean, it's not always simple. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a walk in the park, but
Oh, it is.
it's like
You don't need to play that down. We get it.
yeah. Compared to what I've been dealing with for the last 20 years of my life, it does seem like like a whole lot easier. Now, granted, I don't know as much about some of the things, like, you know, but I'm not scared of a carbureted vehicle by any means. Like, I will tear everything apart on it without looking at anything. I'm probably be able to put it back together just because I feel confident, way more confident than I was when I was younger. When I had a 327 66 Chevy pickup, you know, I was scared to death of that thing. You know, I was like, I had an alternator problem. Anybody that knows a 327 knows that you do nothing but fight alternators, and that's what I did the whole time I bought it, because they have the bracket that comes, the long bracket that came off, and they had a shitty bracket system for the 327.
Chucking belts, yeah,
chucking belts, chucking alternator bearings. They're just, and if it had been now you'd have gave me that same motor, I would have fixed that problem. I tried double brackets. I was always constantly searching for something, but I wasn't smart enough because I was young and really didn't have the ability to. But I've learned so much over the years that things like that intrigue me about going back and wanting to retackle those situations, revisit them.
Well, hey guys, I gotta run. I have a call with Tokyo and Beijing in 10 minutes. I have to prep for. But
nice.
I appreciate
Thank
you guys
very much for coming on.
Yes, thanks, Clunkerz.
Always
Thanks, Wasted.
We will
Dudes,
check you
everybody.
out on Tuesday as normal.
Be safe. Yes, Tuesdays. This Tuesday is an all skate. I'm gonna have the link. It's gonna be just like this, open to anyone. We're gonna have my Christmas party.
Hopefully,
and then
I
the
get
week
to come
after
into
that,
this.
week after that is Piston Twisted Garage. So stay tuned for that one. I appreciate you having me. Thank you so much, guys. I gotta run.
Thanks, sir.
Later, bro. I'm actually probably gonna do the same there, boys. It's almost 3 a.m, so I'm gonna get to sleep.
All right.
Come on.
Yeah.
I gotta finish up I gotta make a video here still quick too. I jumped on because I seen you guys were on, and I wanted to meet your guest. And of course, Wasted Talent was on. He's sexy as hell, anyway.
Well, so I appreciate that. Yeah, I just hopped in because you were out for a minute. I was like, oh man, I have juice in here, so I was gonna hop in and help out with the chat and whatnot. That's why I had my camera off and everything. I was sitting here eating dinner, just listening. I wasn't gonna hop in at all. I was just trying to help out. And then next thing I know, I'm on the screen. I'm like, oh shit! And they're talking
Let
to me.
me know
I'm like,
that.
trying to wipe my.
I appreciate the help, but just let me know that. And
I did. I left you a comment. So I'm in
Oh,
the
you did?
background here to help out. Whatever.
You're getting a fancy little Thursday night stream going, Clunkerz. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah,
Apparently
dude.
so. I'm kind of.
I saw you were up at like.
Whose
18
birthday
or
is it, by
19.
the way? Is that your lovely wife's birthday?
This is my gal pal, not wife yet, but I won't
Your
correct
gal
you.
pal?
It's your birthday.
Your main squeeze. Happy birthday
Way
to
to
her
make
too,
up.
by the way.
Yep. Show her what you got.
So
Good morning, right, Smith?
Well, now hold on a second. So you say that sometimes you're a bit of a mess.
Bold statement.
I mean,
She can be too. I wish we had the other phone.
What does that mean?
So my phone it's one of those Samsung S21. It's supposed to be fancy, but it's not when you
fancy.
drop it on a garage concrete floor because your dog knocked it out of your hands, and then you go to move someone's Ford Falcon while they're pushing you with the four-wheeler, and you sit on the phone, and you're kind of large and hefty, and you sit on a phone, it doesn't work. And
She's trying to blame me for the phone breaking.
no, it was totally my fault. I mean, I have done everything from back into a police officer to
A parked car, by
to
the way.
break several. I used to drive school bus for a while. I ran over one of my phones with a school bus by accident.
Oh wow!
It's just a school bus. I mean,
Just a school
Not
bus.
the cop, the phone.
Yeah.
yeah.
When they were smaller back in the day, I had one in my scrubs pocket, and I bent over one of those Walmart toilets that flushes automatically, and my phone flushed down the toilet. I've jumped into the swimming pool with a phone.
But
yeah, that's happening.
She's saying she got her new phone today.
I got my new phone. I was just giving you the back.
good lead in.
Happy birthday, new phone.
So if
Awesome.
I'm listening to everything going on, but as if you see me looking on my phone while everything's going on, it's because
It's hell
I'm
getting a new phone.
right
I get
now
it.
for a phone case.
Yeah, I hate getting new phones for that exact reason.
Yeah, it's
Because
like
it's hours of time to get them fixed, set up right.
Right.
Yeah, it's. I feel bad because I'm very engaged with everything going on, and I still am, but I feel rude because I'm looking down at the phone. But I need to find the right case so that it doesn't get sat on or dropped on another concrete.
I'll tell you what, I've got the OtterBox case.
Yes.
Love this thing. Mine finally died, and I was like, I just wanted a new rubber for it, right?
Yeah.
Dude, $7, they sent me a whole brand new box. Whole thing.
Really? What is that?
Yeah. I stand behind
That's
the
a lifetime
OtterBox too.
Yeah, it's a lifetime warranty on it. So like mine, like I said, it was just the rubber was kind of worn out and some of the it had broken. And I just wanted to get a new rubber. And I went to their website to order a new one, and that's not an option. You pay them $7. They send you a whole brand new everything. And I was like, shoot.
Me and phones don't miss. My buddy owns a screen repair shop, and he will tell you that nobody breaks more screens than I do. Since I've gotten this new OtterBox Defender series, no problems.
And see, I will speak on OtterBox Defender because that's what's been on my work phone for 6.5 years. That phone's been alive, and I don't treat it well.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the other day
I've
he was
had
like this phone and
OtterBox.
threw it across the room.
I've had OtterBox since Note 3 came out. I love Notes, but this year they didn't have the Note, and I was due for an upgrade. So I got the
it's never good.
S21 Ultra Plus. I don't know.
You got the Samsung Ultra?
Yeah, I can zoom into the moon and take a damn picture.
That's what I got too. Great camera. I tell you what, probably the best thing you can get.
So my last phone was the Note 10 Plus. It had 512 gigs of storage. I love that. This one, no, it's got like 35.
Yeah, that definitely screws a guy, especially when you're making videos. What do you got there? The yellow card? Or you got a terabyte?
It's his color lenses for his lights.
Oh, for your phone?
No, he's got fancy new mood lighting. But all right, fellas, I'm actually gonna get. It's late.
Oh, see you later.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Man, see you later.
CP, I should be able to. No, tomorrow night I got to work, so we'll see. I may or may not be on with you tomorrow.
That's
so
fine.
We'll see.
No big deal.
If not, I'll hop in the bottom and do whatever I can to help.
Yeah, hopefully. I think after last week, maybe it won't be as busy now, which is kind of nice. I definitely enjoyed last week a little bit. It was very, it was
chill.
Nice.
Yeah. It was good.
76 people's, I think, was our concurrent top on last week. So
yeah, that's not bad at all.
Nope, I can take that.
Here goes the man, myth, the legend, right here.
Boom.
Oh, I was just messaging him.
Yep. All right, guys. You guys have a good one. Cletus is here, so I got to leave. So.
See you later.
Bye.
See ya.
Is this mic on?
On the note of the moonlighting, dudes with wrenches, we're watching your video the other day, and I told Junkers that I thought it was really weird watching a video of you like head on without any weird colored lights in the background. It was like a whole different identity.
Well, I'm a man of many identities.
Yeah.
So talking about dudes, you taught me something the other day. I never knew that they made a 3-door Suburban.
Oh,
I'm not much into Chevys,
I'm
but
you things that's a problem. But go on.
Will you what? I'm teaching you things.
I said if I'm teaching you things, that's probably a problem. But you can go on.
Well, probably the only reason you taught me that is because I'm not a Chevy guy. But
yeah. Well, like I told you, I think I sent you a message saying Internationals did that too, but that's kind of an obscure brand as well. So,
well, actually, I'm a huge fan of Internationals. My dad had a.
Well, then you'll like Saturday's video.
Yeah, and I'll be on there watching them.
Little lead up. What's up, Cement Surfer?
Me and International don't have a very good relationship because when I drove school bus, we got all the second class.
That's new international. We don't talk about that.
Right.
Okay.
That's that Pro Star junk.
Yeah.
Those are the Freightliners. Not as fun when you're a school bus driver.
So, I could tell you a story from yesterday. And CP, you could jump in on this, how you feel about the trucking industry and my opinions on it. So I had a very large towing company in this area driving a full-size Freightliner rollback. Big boy. And he was whipping through traffic pretty good, doing about 45, not over the speed limit, but tailgating a lot of people. And it was kind of like, man, he's got somewhere to be. Maybe a repo, maybe something. I don't know what his deal is, but it was very early in the morning, so it was dark. And then all of a sudden, we kind of blocked him in. He couldn't get around anybody. So then all of a sudden, he whipped off and pulled over and put his four-ways on. We're like, whatever, Scrooge that guy, you know. And we get down the highway a ways, and, you know, we're out on the open highway at that point, no real traffic. And he kind of comes by me at about way too fast for a semi. And I was like, you know, I don't really agree with that. And I kind of had that mental, like, do I need to call somebody here? Because I feel like this is a problem. And I don't like doing that. But to catch up with said man in semi, the old crap bag Nissan I own is no slouch. So I put her at about 135 to get with him and had to pull about 98 to sit beside him to even get the numbers off his door. And it was like, yeah, this is probably too fast. Maybe I should just call a DOT officer right now. So I called the company instead. And that was kind of like, okay, you know, I'll call the dispatcher. I'm going to be the nice guy about this. And the response I got was kind of, oh, well, we don't track our trucks, and, you know, kind of piss off kind of attitude. And I'm just like, everyone tracks their trucks.
So it's a tow truck then.
Yeah. And it's a big enough outfit. I mean, they got like a 40 truck fleet. So I know they're, you know. So then I'm like, that's fine. I'll call the DOT. And that's when she's like, oh, and I hung up. So I called DOT officer, you know, local state patrol, and gave them the information on the truck, DOT numbers, the numbers, everything about it. And just said, there you go. You know, I don't know if there's something wrong with him, but, you know, it's a rolling death machine. He's going to make sure he lives up to that name. And kind of left it at that. And about 45 minutes later, I got a call from the DOT. I got a call from the towing outfit. I was put on a conference call, asked to explain the whole story again. They were sending troopers to go shut him down and talk to him at that junction. And I urge anybody, if they see something like that, you know, don't be some hero and get pissed off and try to road rage a guy like that. But definitely, it's not out of line to just call the state troopers. And
so there's always there's always those guys. For the most part, I think most guys that drive trucks are pretty good drivers. And so those guys are a disgrace, a huge disgrace to the entire trucking community, because they give us all
it's
a
why
bad
people
name.
cuss out truckers constantly. You know, it's,
One truck ruins about 100,000 truckers' names.
Well, I don't know about up there, but down here, most of the tow truck drivers are meth heads. So
that may be the case.
Yeah,
you know. But I mean, when you're driving a full size semi rig, you don't get to just jump in one of those and go. So.
Yeah, I totally agree with it. And they also have truck drivers. So I was on it. I was on Road Team America, where you are part of a group that you basically, if you see something, which a lot of truck drivers do it anyways. If they see something that's going on, 'cause there's a lot of cars on the road, and nobody sees more vehicles than a truck driver.
Sure.
They see something on the road that's, you know, pretty sketchy. Give a call. I've had several. I had a guy that was he kept brake checking me, and then he followed me into a parking lot and was watching me in a Jeep. I was delivering to a mall, and so I was like, all right, this ain't right. So the cops come and they surround the Jeep and they get him out of the Jeep. They asked me about what was going on. I said, well, I got it all on drive cam, you know. We'll take a look at it, see what the deal is. Well, apparently he thought I was some guy that was dating his wife, and he had a gun in the car.
Oh.
And I didn't even know who the person was or his wife. Never knew nothing, didn't know nothing about it. But I don't know if I saved my life that day. But this guy was literally playing chicken with a semi.
Yeah.
You know, like in a Jeep. Nonetheless, which I wasn't surprised because he was a Jeep owner.
Well, that's what a lot of people need to understand is a semi can't stop for you. They can only slow down. So it does come to respect everybody back and forth. I mean, as a truck driver, you should be better versed in respecting the road, because I mean, it's a requirement to keep doing what you're doing. But
Well, you're supposed to
as
be a professional
regular
driver, right?
people, you need to be a little more intelligent about how you
Tow,
take yourself
tow
down the
truck
road.
drivers and dump truck drivers tend to be what I consider bad drivers mostly a lot of times, because the dump truck drivers aren't getting paid diddly squat usually anyways.
Correct. And they're getting paid by the job in some cases. So the
Not
faster you get to a
everybody.
job,
Yeah. And they are getting pushed to go.
Yep.
You know, the faster they can get to dump and whatnot. But yeah, there's a lot to be said. That's not a perfect world. I mean, obviously it's not a skilled job, but it's not an easy job either.
and I hate being the guy that's trying to ruin somebody's day by calling somebody on them. But there's just a certain point where it's like, okay, I've decided here's the line, and we have
You gotta do what you
definitely
gotta do.
crossed the line.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with it. I would have done the same thing if I was in your shoes. I was on the safety committee for my trucking company, and I was a safe driver and all that. And if I seen things happen, which I did, I had a driver that was flipping me off one day, and he worked for Yellow Trucking, and I said, I go, dude, what are you doing? Like, you're rolling down the road, and he just repeatedly holding his finger up, you know. And I'm like, then he starts swerving at me, you know, and I'm like,
nope.
So I called this company and I said, look, this guy's out of line. Like, he's not only is he not making your company look bad, but he's trying to start a fight with a competitor over what, I don't know. And come to find out, he was pissed off because I pulled into the dock at the stop before him. And then I pulled out and I was doing paperwork, and he was pissed because I was there still doing paperwork when he went to leave the dock. And he goes, there's no reason that, because he was quicker. He said, I didn't have enough courtesy to let him go in. And I was like, how was I supposed to know that? But he was just being an asshole. That's all there was to it. So yeah,
Well,
that stuff happens.
I have a bigger issue with, like, I drive with the company logo on my door every day, you know, and I'm more conscious about it because of that, because it means something to me. I respect the company I work for. So when I see somebody with a company logo on their door, just acting however they want to act, you know, I want the company to at least know that, because they're representing them. And at the end of the day, you don't want somebody representing your company that's acting like that. And if you do, great. I don't care either. But, you know, it's...
Couldn't agree with you 100%. I mean, I couldn't agree with you anymore. Completely. It is what it is.
Bye, Mom.
So what is up, gentlemen? What's going on tonight? I am late.
You are very late.
It's only 8 o'clock here.
We're solving the world's problems one live stream at a time.
One live
stream. You missed this one.
That was a long way, but it's like...
I'm on fire! I literally just caught on fire!
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah! Help me, Tom Cruise!
Never gets old.
It doesn't. I don't care. It does not. So, Cletus has been around a while. I came in on some of Cletus's lives. Junker asked earlier, how long has this whole live community been around? And do you feel that it's grown a lot in the last year, or do you feel it's pretty much stayed the same? What's your opinion on that?
I guess my opinion is, I guess we had to decide who really started it all together would be Old Car Guy and Straight Six Fan. And they've been doing it for 2 years now.
Okay.
But it didn't really take off. I know I didn't start doing my lives until January of this year.
They started the car community?
Yeah. That's about, well, as far as the lives anyway.
Okay. I didn't. Gotcha.
But it has definitely grown. It went from maybe 2 people, you know, doing it a week at most, and now it's multiple people. So it's every day there's a live by somebody, if not 2 or 3 lives by somebody.
Thanks, Cletus. That's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Perfect.
Awesome.
So that's my opinion anyway.
Yeah.
Now
I don't know
a lot
enough
of the
about. I
lives
don't know
have
enough
actually
about it. What you
slowed
guys?
down.
I knew that Robert's Garage did them, and Straight Six Man and Old Car Guy. I didn't know about.
Novotaz did them too.
Oh, really?
In fact, Novitas started before Old Car Guy and Straight Six fan. They started theirs because of Novitas. So,
all right. Well, I mean, I know.
I'm sure that there's more groups within the community that we don't know about.
of course,
Yeah.
like people that I just don't know or haven't talked to or something I don't know. But as far as I know, as far as who I follow and who I've been watching, you know, I've always tried to watch automotive stuff on YouTube. It hasn't always been there.
Right.
Have there been other problems? I don't want to bring up what happened a couple months ago too much, but has there been other problems like that, or has that been the only isolated one?
Not really, and I even spoke with, when you're talking about what happened to me in 615. I even spoke with him about it. I still don't know why he was so upset.
No, I wasn't talking about that. It was I can't remember
with Novitas and all that
Katrina,
Katarina,
Yeah,
Novitas.
Katarina.
Yeah.
They felt like we were trying to troll them in their live or something, and they felt like we were doing them wrong. I don't know. Everybody needs. It doesn't happen often. I don't think it happened one time before that I know of. But really, if everybody just takes a step back and gives everybody a little bit of slack, you know, and realize we're not out to get each other.
Right. There you go.
And then it's, you know, everybody's good. So
there's a lot of people that get a little bit wound up overthinking, and I'm not saying I don't know for the car community mainly, but I think there's a few people that think that sometimes it's competition related, and
that's why that whole community, not competition thing started. I know it went another direction with something else, but that's kind of why it started was, hey, we're not in competition, guys. Let's build each other up. Let's help each other out. Let's, you know, if you like stuff, subscribe to it, talk to it, share people's stuff.
How can this be a competition? How can this be a competition?
Well, that's
you make one or two videos.
It's the nature of YouTube sometimes, though.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, what's up?
What's up, Narks?
Yeah, you make videos over me.
What's going on, Art?
Man, listen. Hey, I should have thought further about this 12 pods of Christmas.
We're busy, huh?
Oh my gosh, man! I think we're 4 days in, and I'm like, well, my brain's already hurting. I had to make notes for the one tonight.
See, what you got to do is quit your job, put your family on hold, and say, "Hey, I got YouTube stuff to do."
Yeah, dude, that's what I've done. I feel bad for my family because I'm like, y'all. I'll say it's what it is. We're leading up to Christmas, and I'm gonna be in the shop every night. You know, they're all mad, but like my daughters have gymnastics on Wednesday and Thursday night, so I'm like immediately Wednesday and Thursday's easy. You know, so
I think I found a video of what Mike's gonna be doing on Christmas.
Get all fat and sassy.
Maybe.
That's right. That's right.
Who'd you have on tonight, Mike?
I had a guy named David Williams that is a coast to coast and drag and drive event competitor, which is those are two of my loves. I love drag and drive events. I love coast to coast theory because I haven't done any of that yet. We intend to do a bunch of it coming up. So
I've been trying to get on and watch your lives at least lately, and it's been easy enough because I've been driving usually every night when you're on. Like tonight was kind of the first night I got to come home forcefully and straight into this. So
Sure your wife loves you tonight.
Yeah,
she
so
brought me food, so she's still.
Hey, dude, I'm jealous. Mine ain't bringing me nothing. I'm hungry. I've been on the liquid diet tonight. I'm gonna have to get me something to eat here in a minute. But this guy
did she give you a blanket along with it, or
I got my heater. It's fine.
Yeah. Watch that heater. You want to get your jacket on it like somebody else in this.
Yeah, that goes a long way, but it's like
I'm on fire! I literally just caught on fire!
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah! Help me, Tom Cruise!
Never gets old.
Dude, it's such a great section of video there. We are glad you're okay though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I don't think we'd been all laughing at it if he wasn't. We would.
Yeah, no. I'd laugh a little bit, maybe.
I'd be laughing at it still.
That little space heater doesn't light much on fire. It just maintains temperature, so that's the only reason it gets to run.
I don't know.
Well, I can't wait till I get my job
grab
built.
CP's
I don't have
jacket
to
and see
deal
if
with
it'll
that
burn.
again.
We can try.
I don't.
I have a very
Hey,
similar jacket lying around here.
Is Bubba Ayers in the chat?
I haven't seen Bubba
I have
tonight.
not seen him yet tonight.
He ordered a calendar. I ordered the calendar first because I was going to try to
I
get it
forget
in.
to do that.
And plus I put up the site, so I was able to order it first. But it's going to reach him first. I was like, damn it, that's crazy.
Did you send my? Oh, I gotta send you money, don't I?
Well, just go on the website and buy one. I guess if you just don't want to, you can send me money and I'll order it for you, whatever. But
Does it
He'd
take
rather
money on
not
the
do
website?
that. That was the point.
yeah. Well, that was the point of getting it. Yeah, just so it'd be all that taken care of. Yeah, Bubba bought 10 of them. I guess he has a lot of people. He did a thing on his Instagram where if somebody helped him pick the picture out and did enough votes, whoever voted and got enough people to vote or something, he'd give them calendars, and he has to give 10 of them or 9 of them out. So, but like he said, it's all going for good cause. Bubba Ayers, yep.
Did you have a proof yet, Cletus?
Say again?
Do you have a proof yet?
You mean like what it looks like?
Yeah, preview proof. Yeah.
Yeah. It's all on the website. It's being sold. There's already been. I had to look at the number, but like 30 or 40 sold. So
that's cool.
Nobody's got them yet, of course. Bubba looks like he's going to get his first. Looking at all the tracking, so.
Hey, when you do that next year, dude, I work for a printer. I didn't even think about it until now.
Oh man.
Yeah, holler at me. We'll get you some stuff set up.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I went to this.
Man,
I needed to find somewhere. I don't like Teespring because I don't like how they're laid out.
No.
The quality
Yeah.
of their shirts aren't great. So I found this website that they make T-shirts and all that. They also make calendars, and that was a big thing I was looking for.
Yeah.
That people can order it and it just drop ships, and I don't have to.
Oh yeah, that's that we wouldn't be able to do something like that. But that's way better.
Well, I mean, if I was ordering, calendars again, I think that you guys could,
yeah, I mean, you just
do
end
that
up doing
for us. Calendars shouldn't be too much money to order bulk, but
yeah, I mean, just do a run of 50 or 100 or whatever.
Yeah.
Funny story. The reason I think about that is because we had we did one year so we run a charity called The Circuit, and so we did the guys of the circuit, and it was all the same kind of stuff. I mean, dudes laid across the hoods of their car, all that kind of stuff.
Well, that's the calendar, man. And if you look on the website, it only shows the cover, which is behind me. It doesn't show all the pictures inside of it. I guess I can load them all up there. But
what's the promo code? Come on, Cletus. Discount?
There should be a promo code. All the
promo code is donation.
It's a donation.
All the proceeds, all the profit anyway, because I'm
cost money.
So anything profit, which
I'm just giving
it looks to be between $4 and $10 depending on where it ships.
Yeah.
So the profit's $4 and $10, and that will go directly to Arkansas Food Bank.
That's cool, man.
And it's actually going to the Arkansas Food Bank over the holidays and into early next year. They have a donation that goes to, I guess, straight to kids that eat, that aren't eating at school or something like that. So I was like, that's even better.
I mean, think about if a kid, if they get their breakfast and lunch at school, they may not get a meal at home.
Sure. And that's what the guy was telling me. I didn't get his last name. His name's Bob.
Yeah.
Bob something, excuse me. That's in charge of Arkansas, the whole state. Of course, there's Northwest Arkansas, Northeast Arkansas, and then Arkansas, rest of Arkansas.
Yeah.
Chapters or whatever, but he's going to spread it out between all of them. And anyway, I'm going to buy him a calendar too.
That's cool, man. Dude, what are you doing?
What?
You just you're like, he's laid back and he's like,
okay, so yesterday hasn't ended yet. If that tells you how my day is going,
dude.
So, I'm burning bridges with sleep right here.
There you go. That's wild.
Oh, Rich, your calendar's on the way, Rich. I've already ordered yours. It says it will be there between the 26th and the 30th. So pretty much right in time for next year. Rich, the reason he got a free calendar, which I guess wasn't free because he actually donated a whole lot of money during Destroyers Live for the charity event he was going for, which is freaking awesome. I mean, it was I forgot the
Oh, no,
exact
no.
amount, but I know it was over $1,000.
No, this was for
or it
the,
was $1,000, something like that. So it was super cool of them. And for me, that was him and Rav4. I was like, I'm gonna send you guys a calendar. So
That's pretty awesome.
So
mine's
so you
purchased.
guys also helped. You and Rav4 also helped on that because I paid the full amount. I didn't do the discount. I paid the full amount, so the money will still go to the Arkansas Food Bank.
That's cool, man.
Now it's coming out of Massachusetts.
I don't know.
Since I don't
Yeah,
pay attention, Cletus.
Is that why shipping's cheaper up there? So it was cheaper. There's more profit because it's cheaper up like Minnesota or Michigan and stuff like that. So that would make sense if it's coming out of Massachusetts. So it's more expensive to ship down to Arkansas.
Mine will probably be here, I'd say, by Monday if they ship it tomorrow.
That's cool.
Really?
I'm an hour and a half away from Boston, so.
Dang.
So you might get yours before anybody then. Of course, they still got to print it and all that stuff too. But
yeah. Send me the information of that place. I might end up using them.
okay, it's kind of complicated. I had to figure it out. I had to refund like 4 orders and then have them reorder because it was. Anyway, you could learn it no problem, but you have to go. So I had to get on Wix and create a website and then link that. There's other sites that do it too, but link that so it's like a drop shipper. But it's not that complicated. I'll send you the information.
Sounds complicated.
Yeah. Listen, that's 2 extra steps we don't need. What we need to do is we need to have them give you money and you ship it to them. That'll be easier.
Yeah,
I could do that too. You know, I've done that with I know Wood Metal. He just paid me straight on PayPal.
Yep.
And said, "Hey, ship it to me," and that's what I did because the website I had PayPal link on there, but the way it was going, the way they did that PayPal is it had to go through my LLC, and I was doing this as a sole proprietor because it was linked to YouTube, and my YouTube's not through the LLC right this second.
Dude, you're so fancy. All these business terms and lingos, man.
I've got 4 businesses I run, man. Come on now.
I need to
That's
get myself
crazy.
an LLC. You got to walk me through how to do that, Cletus.
Dude, hey, listen, here's the reason you get an LLC is for tax purposes.
Yes.
That, and
like
I can't be sued.
Correct.
Yeah.
The dealership would get sued.
Yep.
So
Personal
if so,
versus-
I would just start another LLC and be,
Yeah.
Also, I could do
Narcoleptic is an LLC. That's
like
for
if my
for
brother
that
wanted
reason.
to start a business or whatever, he could do a DBA or doing business
That would be
under the
hilarious.
LLC and still be under the umbrella, but have his own business.
Yeah,
See, my
that's-
wife has an LLC.
That's what we did. Yeah.
Well, if your wife has LLC, just do a DBA under her LLC.
Mhm.
Nah, I wouldn't want to be under hers. Hers is a
No.
little more liability professional. Yeah,
Hers is a little more legit than what we're wanting to do with YouTube here.
it's got one of them
Rich
doctory things behind it. And
Yeah.
Rich says,
MD,
"Where's your money for Arkansas Food Bank?" I'm not sure what you mean by that, Rich. What you got there, buddy?
He's probably talking about everybody else not donating.
He's good about getting everybody in.
But
Yeah.
here's the fun part I like that on that. So when I asked her, I said, "Well, how'd you get your LLC going? I know you've had one for a while." And she looks at me and she goes, "Well, the community college, they have a class that these people have to set this stuff up, and it's a business class. So she says, just go down there and give them your information, and they do it for you. And then their professor says it's an assignment, and it's done." It's like,
Well, when I
that's
I need to go do
genius.
that.
When I first filed the LLC, I did it under LegalZoom, which is pretty. They walk you through step by step. But there's a site that I use now. If I can
Send me
find
that
it.
site.
I just use the state site. Is all I ever
I
do.
want to get it done the first of the year so I can start.
Zen Business,
Dude,
and Zen
hey,
Business
no, listen.
is less than half the cost of LLC
Yeah.
with LegalZoom. So.
Dudes, do it now. Do it now if you can,
Mhm.
because you can still write off all of 2021.
Yeah, I mean,
it takes a little bit and all that stuff.
I don't want to
The
wait.
money on the
I
stream
said that
is
wrong.
super chat.
I just like to get it done, period.
What?
And then I want to start doing all the making sure I do everything next year, keep my receipts.
Cletus,
Well,
what do you pay? No, I mean, you don't have to give me an exact number, but is it
On
more
what?
than $125 to make an LLC?
Let me look on Zen. I honestly don't remember.
I don't think it's that much, is it?
It's actually pretty expensive if you go through LegalZoom. It's
Yeah, I
almost
think we
$400
paid
a
like-
year.
You can make them on your own though without.
Yeah, well, that files like for me, I had to
Yeah, I'm
have.
assuming there's legal documents that have to be.
It does all your legal stuff
processed.
for you at that price. I think, and let me see if I can find the receipt here on here. I think Let's see, records. There we go.
Records.
So the businesses that I've opened, all I've ever had to do with the LLC is I just go on the state website.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
you're just filing the LLC itself. It's $150 is what it is.
Yeah, 120.
But it files the LLC. It also puts. It also makes it where nobody else can name their LLC the same as mine, and then it also files with the state to get my state license and everything with that price. So
same thing here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
That's
you
not
can
too
definitely do it on your own. We did.
Yeah.
I didn't know all that 6 or 7 years ago when we started Narcoleptic. But the reason we started it is because my brother spent a shitload of money on tools, and I was like, "Listen, if you'll let me do this, we'll get some money back." And he got a big old chunk of money, and he was like, "We'll never look back again."
Yeah.
So,
and I remember being a private contractor, but not having an LLC and doing pretty well on my taxes personally. But then after the fact, people started talking to me about it, and they're like, "Yeah, you had a lot of liability."
I mean, if you do sole proprietorship, you'll do fine as long as nobody tries to sue you.
Correct. Yeah. And that was kind of looking back on it, was like, yeah, probably should have had one of those LLC things.
Once you have a YouTube though, LLC is definitely. I would highly recommend it.
Just because of the mileage write-off and all the stuff you spend that is, I mean, legitimately business related,
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you're a small YouTuber, I mean, like you need everything you can get.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still going on, but I know if you started a business in 2020, you got a huge tax break.
Oh, I bet, because they had a lot of incentive stuff.
Yeah, I actually got money back for the first time in 10 years. So I was very surprised, but it's because I had started a business. I don't know if it's still, like I said, I don't know if they're continuing that to try to promote small business, but
yeah.
So
I hope they do.
I wanted to touch on this real quick. I wanted to do the challenge Destroyers got for the donations, but I'm not at I'm not at the 1,000, so I can't do it.
You're not at your monetization.
Oh, okay. That's what
that's what Rich is talking
about.
I would absolutely love to donate to a good cause.
So do you have the cash? Do you have a Cash App link? You can just post that, and people can send it to Cash App.
What's a Cash App?
Oh, okay.
It's an app.
It's an app that doesn't charge people or you. So PayPal you can do as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think PayPal takes a higher percentage.
If you send it as a friend, there's no percentage they take.
So I did ask. I asked before we got the COVID here. I was talking about doing a Christmas special, doing like, X amount of hours of just live, and that whatever when that would be donated. But I said, hey, what about my PayPal? Nobody really ever responded back. And I mean, I get it. People are leery.
Well,
here's one.
What's great about PayPal before Narks gets in there, because I know he has a better answer to me. But
what's
good about PayPal is it's everybody most people trust PayPal. It's kind of secure. So go ahead, Narks. Sorry, man.
Well, sorry. Here's the struggle with like just as a tax burden. Like if I'm going to give like $20 or $25, it's probably better for you to put the link to the thing and then ask for them to make a note of your live feed on there. So we work a ton with the children's shelter here in town. And so that's what we'll do. We'll say, hey, if you've got Venmo or you've got PayPal, or you can go directly to their website and make a donation, just please drop our name in it.
Sure.
So, we saw it at
they'll know it all comes from the same area. Sure.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, you might as well get that pat on the back because they're donating because of you. You know what I mean?
Hey, I see you wearing is that the Black Seed hat?
Yeah.
Where's he been?
Dude, he's fallen off the face of the earth, man.
I'm telling you.
I'm 4 miles from him, and I've never seen him.
I know Johnny did, but I reached out to him because he started a new job there in Texas. And he's okay because I was worried about him because he was making consistent and then just stop.
Yep.
What's up, Coastal? How's it going, buddy?
Talking about Johnny Clyde, and then Black Seed Originals is another small YouTube channel that we really took from literally 0 subscribers to 450 in about 2.5 months.
Oh, Johnny Clyde blew up himself. I mean, he is.
Yeah. Johnny Clyde is. He does
and
food
I don't
reviews.
even think he's making videos.
Yeah. Johnny Clyde is awesome.
Send me a Instagram message, and I'll send you a link, buddy, if you want to come in.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, Johnny Clyde is awesome. I messaged with him the other day on Instagram. I was like, dude, we need videos, bro. but he moved to Texas and like doesn't do videos anymore. And Black Seed just got overwhelmed. He's got a Bronco he's putting together now, like a Bronco, like a 60s Bronco. He's bought 2 other OBS trucks that he's putting, one on coilovers, one on bags. I mean, like his 65 truck we were getting ready for Lone Star Throwdown, all this kind of stuff. So,
you know, and I think people forget about that a little bit on YouTube because I've ran into that already. You know, I tried to put some video series together of fixing a car. That stuff takes a lot of time. So
it does.
To be able to use that
and
as
Black
content,
Seed was pretty constant too. And if you're putting out, and CP will know, and even you dudes, if you're putting out where you're having to meet that goal every week and having to put that video out, man, that'll drain you quick. Now,
I'm not
saying you can't enjoy it and do it, but yeah,
like, okay, so I'm boasting this because I enjoy it myself. So the video I'm going to put up Saturday, I'm just going to throw it out there, but I've been watching way too much how-tos, and I actually paid for some guy's class to show you how to make a video and an editor, like really committing to the idea of like better editing.
Good.
Now, I don't know if it's going to be good or bad.
Print out that receipt and write it off as a hobby if you don't. if you can't do it as a
it's
business,
$20.
write it off as a hobby.
So $20.
Dude,
but you got you got the software expense. You got a hobby expense.
But just like the alley last night, $20.
Get a scanner too. Get a scanner too. That's another good one. You're talking about doing receipts. I scan all my receipts in because I'm terrible.
Your cell phone, most cell phones have a scanner built in the camera, and you can start it over.
But I'm going to put my
and
video
scan.
out Saturday. It's going to be a little different than what my other videos are, with a very similar whatever. But I'm trying to make it flow a lot better, so I don't, like lose people in the slowness of the video. I've always kind of felt my videos were a little boring as hell. I mean, I'll be the first person to say that.
How many videos do you have?
A little over 100, I think.
Yeah, dude, you're getting into the mix of like, oh shit, now I got to do better videos.
Well, yeah, I've gotten better equipment. I've got, I've just kind of invested more of myself into it. Before I was just doing it on a phone and clicking upload. There wasn't really much to it. But like, this is the first video I've honestly ever been like, you know what? I like this video, and I can sit here and watch it over and over again. Like,
so it's a video that you would want to watch, right?
Yes, exactly. I finally hit a video where it's like, I would watch this.
If anybody ever asks about YouTube, that's what I say. Put up videos that you would want to watch.
Yeah. Plus the documentation stuff. And then, the other side of that too is like how-to videos do really well on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I've noticed that too. So I didn't do a how-to so much. I did a wire repair on my 2015 terrain. And it was just kind of more about complaining about.
Love to watch that.
A bad repair, showing a problem, what caused this engine light.
Now, I will tell you, and that thing gets views. Title and description is very important.
Yep.
Because if you title it right and describe it right, you should get
thumbnail and title.
Thumbnail is definitely important, but the title and then the description is also where you put your hashtags now, because that's what you put in there now instead of tags. Tags don't even matter anymore. But you get put 5 hashtags. After 5, it doesn't matter. It doesn't do anything. So put your best 5 hashtags that describe the video or something with the video, and then a great description and a great title with a great thumbnail, obviously. And I'm telling you, it'll do well for you. I'm still working on all that myself, so.
Is he talking?
That's crazy, dude. I can't believe it.
Can't hear you.
We can't hear you. He's like, oh shit.
Let's see. He says, I can't. Yep. I don't like you guys. Well, I don't like the stuff with Cletus guy anyway.
Yeah, he's like, nah. He's like, who's that dude in the middle on the bottom? I don't like that dude at all. He's like, he's only got one Hot Wheel on the wall. What an idiot.
That guy looks like my uncle cousin.
All right, that does it. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Oh, have y'all seen the new South Park post-COVID special?
Have you watched the second part?
I watched a little bit of it. Can y'all hear me now officially?
We can hear you.
We can hear
There
you.
you go.
Welcome
What's
to the
happening,
show.
fellas?
Shut up, Meg.
What's up, CP? Yeah, but on that topic about LegalZoom, I've used them. I'm using them to establish my business, my side business. And for me, if I paid full price, it's going to be $678 to establish my business, but I'm going to be paying $278 for 3 payments.
Yeah, LegalZoom, I used to use them, but they got to be where they're so expensive. I just use this other
Yeah, I know.
site.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to, handwrite on my invoices. I went paperless. Matter of fact, I've been paperless for about almost 3 months. I've been paperless.
Oh, wow. Cool. Yeah, well, that's the other thing about the LegalZoom or this other site that I use. It has where you could put in all your receipts and everything and gets ready for your taxes.
Cool.
to do your spreadsheets, and I can't even think of what I'm trying to think of.
Yes,
but,
sir.
Yep,
What's
does all
what's
that
up,
for you.
man?
So that's the difference in doing it through
Mhm.
the website and then just filing the LLC yourself. So
Yes, sir. Matter of fact, I just had a job. Got a shop offer me a job, CP,
nice.
and it was Pep Boys. They want to start me out at a level 0 technician with them. So I told them, hey, of course, hey, I'll take it. It's a good way to get my foot in the door.
Yeah, great way to start to learn for sure.
Yes, sir. And
all you can do is get in there and start learning. That's a big shortage of them.
Yes, sir. The way they're talking, I think I might stick with them for the next 20 years.
Oh, with Pet Boys? Dang.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're the first person I ever heard in my life say that.
Yeah, plus, I've talked to almost all the guys in the shop. Everybody, Kevin and Steve are really nice. Jeremy's really nice.
Is it close to your house?
Yes, sir. It's about 3 or 4 miles away.
It might be perfect for you then.
Yes, sir. And I know, I know somebody brings their truck over there. He's a auto glass technician.
Okay.
Nice. Yes, sir.
Hey, fellas, I gotta jump off here. I just realized that I left all my drill bits on the tool truck tonight.
Oh,
and I was getting them warrantied out. I need to call my dealer. So
yeah, matter of fact, I ran into the Snap-on truck this evening, CP.
See you guys later.
See you later, CP.
All right,
All right, see you later,
dude.
CP. Yeah, I ran
That's
into the Snap-on truck this evening, dude, with wrenches. I saw 2 of them, 2 Snap-on trucks in front of a hotel today.
Where'd CP go?
He had to dip.
He left his drill bits on the truck.
What's happening,
Drill
Rich?
truck was supposed to be doing warranty on them. So
Better than leaving your coat on.
Yeah, at least he didn't catch himself on fire.
That goes a long way, but it's like
I'm on fire! I literally just caught on fire!
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah! Help me, Tom Cruise!
Y'all, listen. I think I have to bounce too. It's 51
about time to eat, right?
on my little. Well, and I'm hungry. 4 beers and my little heater ain't keeping this room warm enough anymore.
What
live number
is the cold coming this way? It's still well, no, it's in the 50s now. I was gonna say it's still in the 70s here, but nope, it's 50s now.
Yeah, no, it's
It'll be 72 tomorrow though.
Yeah, it's definitely dropped the last little bit here, and I don't have the room fully walled in yet, so it's like I'm losing.
Well, y'all actually get a little bit of snow up there, which you're not a couple hours from me, but we don't do the snow down here too good.
Yeah. It was frosty this morning, and will be frosty again in the morning. I'm sure it's gonna be in the 30s. I think so. All right, boys. Hey, I appreciate you having me on, dude. I'm gonna try and make this a normal thing where I can maybe bounce on and talk to you guys.
Yeah, anytime, man. Every week I'm on at 7 p.m.
Yeah, dude.
Eastern Standard.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
6 p.m. Our time.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. So we're live through, I think next Thursday or something. So I should be able to jump on next Thursday. I'll kick that guest out, and we'll roll from there. All right, guys. Thank y'all very much.
Thanks,
See
Mike.
you. Bye.
All right, thank you, man. Later. Yes, how you doing this evening, Junkers?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Doing good, brother. I just took my truck that's leaking oil all the way down to Gonzales, Louisiana this evening.
Just keep
Louisiana. Oh, Louisiana, huh?
Yeah, I got the little plate on the flux, whatever you want to call it, on the passenger side leaking. Got the guard plates leaking on the passenger side for the remainder.
A little bit of Davy Weld.
Dude, I'm about to drop that transmission here soon, but I don't have time to do it right now. And plus, my Ford, I was just bringing it to my Ford dealer, and they said it's gonna be 3 to 4 weeks out before they can get to me.
That's what I'm hearing up here, just for tires. People are calling me because I don't run my shop anymore, and they're saying 3 to 4 weeks before they can even put winter tires on, and I'm like, what?
Winter tires. They don't do that.
Yeah, hey, Cletus, we've got a winter advisory coming up on Saturday night. We have was it 6 to 10 or something like that coming?
Yeah, matter of fact, down here in Texas, Junkers, we have a snowstorm hitting Texas again.
Well, hopefully it won't be as bad as last year, right?
Yeah, I hope not. But they're talking fast in Louisiana.
That was this year, man.
This year was good for me.
Wasn't it at the beginning of this year? We're in.
Yeah,
right
it was the
now.
beginning of this year, dude.
February.
Which is when all this winter weather
Yeah,
hits.
her uncle got
Last
hit by it. He
season.
lost power
Yes.
for 2 weeks or so, 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, but even just the other day, he shared on his Facebook that they got snow and it was like 9 degrees. And
Really?
he lives near Pflugerville.
Really?
Yeah, and he lives near
So-
Pflugerville. So it's like.
Yeah. Matter of
unless
fact,
they-
on that topic, Cletus,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be heading out to more the next probably 4 or 5 years. I'm gonna head out to Plano, Texas, to get some stuff done.
Oh, Plano. Yeah, I've been there a few times.
Yeah, how is
That's
it out there?
about
'Cause I've never been there.
6 hours from me. So,
To get a new one of those now. Dang.
Yeah, I tell you, yeah, I'm.
so you
in
live around Shreveport or what?
I'm in New Orleans, West Bank.
Nolens, huh?
Yes, sir.
I've been down there. So you're down there by Wasted Talent.
Yep.
Yeah,
no
he's
shit.
down at
I
Port
didn't know- I didn't
Sulphur.
know-
So
Yeah.
Bale Chase.
Yes, sir.
Well, he's
That's
over in
that's
Florida
actually where the
right now,
couple
isn't he?
is in Grunton and Bellchase areas where it's going to be.
Okay. I was down there
Yeah.
for Hurricane Katrina and all that. Went down there and
Yeah,
cleaned
that
it
was
up.
that was freaking rough, Katrina.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Dude,
What's
I
crazy
think-
is I didn't realize that down there they can't bury people. So it was crazy. We had to go help put people back in their graves. You know, people that've been dead for 100 years. People that's been dead for a month. So
Yeah, you
just
know,
floated right up
away.
out of it and floated
We're
away.
just gonna put the screen on dudes. He's just
There you go.
making funny things.
Hey, in a way, Cletus, I tell you what, brother, I think Ida was the worst hurricane we had.
Oh, really?
Dudes, do you have
crowned
proper
Ida
ventilation?
the worst
Proper-
hurricane, worse
yes.
than Katrina? They crowned that thing. That son of a gun. That
Well, I don't think Katrina was the hurricane
that
itself
a
for
pen
Katrina
knife?
wasn't that bad. What
Yeah.
the problem was is all the levees breaking and then
Mhm.
like
So
a big
dark, I
toilet
can't
bowl
see.
just
Oh,
drown
just the
everything.
tip.
Just
And
I,
It's one of them combat pins.
Yeah, like me personally, I think Ida was the worst. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of damage from Ida.
Sure. Well, at least the levees held this time though.
Yeah, at least that's a good thing.
Is that a jack stand?
Yes, it is.
What do we got? Is that the Volvo?
That is the LSV.
This one?
Well, yep. That is, right now it's just a V. Soon it will be LSV in April.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
minus the running motor and transmission now.
Yeah.
so.
Well, good.
I really can't wait to see that.
Man, I can't wait to do it.
definitely hit me up with a link, Dudes and Wrenches, so I can see it.
Oh,
No,
we're
there's
gonna be.
there's
it's
no
gonna be across,
videos
what,
of this
10
car yet, but
10
they'll
channels?
get up there.
I have
No, I got-
videos of the donor truck,
Mhm.
donor Denali. I have videos of it, but I'm not
Mhm.
putting them up yet. I'm gonna wait. So
Yeah.
Where are
And
you?
when
with
I-
-4.
Mongrels
Where
is
are
in
you?
Canada, so that's -4.
Dang, boy.
Oh, it is negative Fahrenheit. Okay,
Dang boy.
he actually dumbed it down for us Americans.
Yeah, I don't.
Americans.
Yep.
You
Matter
can
of
keep
fact,
it. You can keep it. That's too cold. Too cold.
Yeah,
And,
no,
on
it's too
that on this particular topic, Cletus and Junkers and Dudes and Wrenches, I just found that day before yesterday, my aunt had passed away. Wednesday morning, she passed away.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, it was rough. I mean, she had a little bit of health problems from a wreck she got into 20 years ago. Yeah, ex-husband Ava had back to Gonzales, and she had a tire sealed up, and it blew out on him. And she had all kind of back problems after that, and had to get rods and all that crap done. So she was pretty crippled up from the wreck. That was 20 years ago.
I want to address something. Mongrels. What is it with wind chill?
Too cold.
You don't have wind chill where you are?
Well, I have wind chill, but that's always the number you
No,
gotta
he's
talk
saying
about,
what is
not-
-4 with windshield.
Yeah.
Oh,
So like it'll be
geez.
30 degrees here, but with wind chill it'll be -5.
Thank you, Mongrel. I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, it's called real feel.
Real feels like.
I'm gonna use that one.
That's kind of in the summer here. It'll be like 105. They'll be like, but it feels
Yeah.
like 112. Like,
Because
Yeah,
of the
like
humidity.
Yeah, like
man,
the hottest.
humidity
The
is
hottest.
bad.
As a matter of fact, on that topic, Cletus, the hottest it got here was 118, 112, and that was in the shade.
Yeah.
When I did HVAC Junkers on Clunkers, I was on top of a big 125-ton centrifugal chiller.
So you have your
on a
HVAC
hotel.
license and everything?
I did at one time, but I don't do HVAC anymore.
Why are you getting out of HVAC? That's a lot of money right there, dude.
Dude, I couldn't. Dude, I nearly freaking died 4 different times.
Yeah, you got to deal with some situations, I guess.
Yeah, I was on top. I damn near lost my life on top of that damn chiller because you got 10 fans blowing all kind of heat on you, 130 degrees. It's frying eggs.
Well, HVAC on cars much easier.
Yeah, so that's why I'm getting on the motors to learn the HVAC side of it too. And that's what Pep Boy's going to have me do once I've been with him a while.
You know, to get your HVAC license, their ASC certification, or whoever's doing a certification right now, it really you take this little stupid test and pay $11 or $15 or whatever it is.
I mean, I spoke to my ASC trainer. She said, yeah, ASC's doing it for Pep Boys.
Yeah. You know, a lot of shops don't even send people to ASC training and stuff anymore. That it doesn't really matter as much as it used to.
Yeah, and I told my manager, I'm like, look, dude, I'm willing to learn. Whatever y'all want me to show me to do, fuck, I'll do it. Show me, train me, and I'll do the work.
As long as they pay you, right? What is that crusty old thing?
That is my AC certification, sir.
Oh.
Yes, hey, do you guys think $8?
So you took the test saying that it's bad for the environment and you won't open the system and all that stuff, right? Yeah.
I got a quick question for you, Junkers.
In order to buy the container for my AC machine,
the
Freon, I had to have that certification.
Yep.
Yeah, please. So you think $8 is a good, starting pay for a mechanic with a possible, raise in the future?
Nope.
Like a mechanic or a technician?
Like a level 0 technician.
So you might want to move. No. Level 0 technicians around here start at 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what he said, my manager said is going to be
trash.
8. Is going to be 8 to 10 until $12 an hour to start out. Then
I guess minimum wage in Arkansas is $12 though.
And once he said, my manager said, once I've been with him a while, they're going to move me up to 15, then 17. Then
that might be the going pay down there, buddy. I know up here it starts at 18 for a.
Yeah, I know for like a regular auto tire and lube tech is about 17 to 20 an hour. That's what Speedy was going to all change. He was going to pay me $8. And I said, bro, I'm going to think about it. But Pep Boys offered me a lot more. You know?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Like I said, I don't know. I always forget that Arkansas's minimum wage is higher than most places.
Yes, sir. And matter of fact, this year has been pretty good for me at Junkers. I lost 13 pounds in about 4 weeks.
Nice.
I'm in a lot better shape than I was. Like, man,
I probably gained that.
Yeah, I gained that in about a week. And then I pooped.
Yeah,
it's her cooking. I swear it's her cooking.
Yeah, that's what my mom is. She wants me to cheat every freaking day on my diet. As a matter of fact, I used
yeah, y'all Canadians keep that cold air up there. Y'all don't.
Hey, y'all can keep that
down
crap.
like y'all did last year or that last season. Ugh.
Yeah, I do.
What part
not
of Canada?
Like
How close to the border are you? What side?
Well, Mongrels and Shopcat, as far as I can remember here, one of them's close to New York, and the other one's somewhere central Canada.
So, I'm trying to figure out if they're close to the Derby line, Newport Derby line.
Maybe.
Yep.
That's the closest one to me right now. I don't think there's another way to Canada that would.
So what is minimum wage in Louisiana? I know most states just federal minimum wage with $7.25.
Yeah, it's been between 17 and 20 an hour.
No, I mean minimum
for
wage.
Mechanics, like for
not
technicians.
just minimum wage altogether. Like if you went and worked at McDonald's.
Yeah, like 15 an hour for them.
State minimum wage is $7.25.
In Louisiana state, it's federal.
Yeah,
minimum wage.
$7.25 is the state minimum wage.
So every state around Arkansas, their minimum wage is $7.25, and then Arkansas is $12.
Yeah, when I used to work for Total Control,
we wonder why everybody's moving here.
Yeah, when I used to work for Total Control AC Junkers, I used to make $300 to $400 a month as a apprentice electrician and AC and commercial HVAC tech.
A month?
I made $300 to $400 a month.
3 hours from Montana. Okay.
Like, and then my boss guaranteed 40 hour paydays and all that shit and all that crap. I was one of his best HVAC techs. I knew my shit when it came to that. I knew everything about it.
It gets hot down here, HVAC tech, here in Arkansas. in this area, even in Texas, they make some money. You pretty much write
Dude,
your
I
own
tell you
check
what,
and
man,
mail
I,
it to
you
them.
I
know,
know a lot of guys that do HVAC, and none of them stay with the company very long because they can just go out on their own
They'll
once they
start
get the
their own.
tools.
They just
you know,
buy the
matter of
tools
fact,
and do their own stuff. Yep.
And just
and
make money
you know,
hand
that
over
was my
fist.
plan. Matter of fact, I was on my own for about a year or two, and I
Yeah.
decided,
Buy you some crap Chevy van or Ford van and load your tools up and go
yeah,
service
know
people's
what
stuff.
my
My
boss was, yeah. Go
my
ahead,
neighbor
Duncan.
owns his own electric company there, and
Mhm.
he's doing all the help me out here, the Family Dollars, the Dollar Trees,
Mhm.
Tractor Supplies. He's doing all those chains, and he goes everywhere in New England.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he the
You
one
know,
that's going to help you make your Mustang EV?
What's
yeah,
that?
then I can go ahead and mention
I didn't
something real
mess
quick,
with you.
Clunckerz, real quick.
Go for it.
And you know, the main reason why I quit working for him was he was going all industrial, electrical, and all of that. And I'm not, and I did commercial HVAC and mostly residential electrical for him. And in a way, I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna get into all that industrial crap. That crap. I'm almost gotten killed twice by getting shocked.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
been shocked.
that's kind of.
So what I
Cletus,
told him, I said, you know, I got up in the attic with him, ran the electrical for two furnaces, two-stage furnaces. We're sitting there wiring up the furnace, talking. I said, look, you know, I got a job offering as a technician for so-and-so shop around here. And if all goes through, you know, I'll be working for them. But I just spoke to him yesterday and I said, hey, you want me to, you know, come on, you know, as a temporary technician until I start working? Because right now I'm not even working for anybody. I'm waiting to start working. So what I might do is, you know, I might talk to him and see. What you think, Cletus, about that?
You got to excuse me every once in a while. I'm still in a fog. Like
Okay.
this
Brain
COVID
fog.
shit, I'm going to tell you, if you get it, it sucks.
I don't think I'll get it. I've like I tell everybody, I have like 4 pages of shot records. If my anthrax vaccine or my smallpox vaccine or all these other vaccines and the COVID vaccine doesn't help me, then I just full all this crap anyway, I guess.
Let me ask you something. You think this is kind of, excuse my French, Junkers, you think it's kind of, you know, BS with the law they're fixing to put on us down here? They're fixing to make it law now. If you don't show proof you've been tested negative for COVID or you know I've been vaccinated, you're not coming inside our business. Is what they're fixing to put on us over here.
Up to them.
I mean, which in a way I think that's really stupid.
If it's a private
then don't go there.
Medical, I don't see how they
do
can.
Yeah, it's everywhere around here.
Yeah, if it's privately owned, I don't see how.
Yeah,
it
if
is.
it's a private
it's like a
thing,
chain
yeah,
or something like
sure.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's privately owned and they choose to do that, I mean, I would just stop
Their
doing
stuff.
business.
But you're
with them
saying
if
it's
you
going to
don't
be
agree with
state.
it.
Yeah, it's going to be state
gonna
mandated.
mandate that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do.
Different
I don't know
states,
about you
different
guys.
deals. They did
I
it
don't
in New
watch
York
the
or
news.
Chicago
I don't
or
listen
something.
to it anymore.
Yep.
Just because of all that shit.
That's why I live in Iowa.
But I will tell you, I had it, and I had it pretty good. You guys know that because you had to take over my live.
Yeah, and I believe it or not, I had COVID before Junkers, and I had the mild case of it.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't breathe or anything out of my nose. I had to breathe out of my mouth.
I still can't taste or smell. So, but
and I didn't lose. I just lost my smell.
I love the taste of food and alcohol and stuff, boy. I'd hate to lose that.
I still got some shit like the fog thing. It's still pretty thick. Sometimes it's like I'm mid sentence and I'm like, what the hell was I talking about?
Man.
But that could just be me as normal too. I don't know.
Yeah. So I wonder if you got the vaccine, if you'd have so many symptoms.
On that topic, Cletus, real quick, I want to let y'all know something. Around here, everybody's getting the booster and all that. And my buddy, my buddy of mine, who's a mechanic, she got the vaccine, the booster. She just got COVID a few days ago.
Yeah.
After getting the booster.
So
yeah, it's not that you won't get it. You won't have your symptoms won't be as bad, and it's less likely that you will get severely sick or die from it.
Yeah. Brittany got the shot.
Yeah,
Brittany got the shot,
Mm-hmm.
and Bob got the shot. They both had to go get that antibody thing.
Yeah,
that's what's
do
going to
they have
save
their
you.
taste and stuff back yet though?
Yeah, they're 100%.
So that'd be the difference, I guess.
I think that nobody's talking about that antibody thing. I think that's what's going to save people that have issues.
Maybe so.
And they should be. they
that's
should be
been the big
focusing
thing.
more on that than the shot.
Well,
Personally,
yeah, there's a lot of people that are doing the infusion. Like if you come into our hospitals because they're overrun, they'll tell you right up, if you don't have these symptoms, we're just going to give you the infusion. We don't want to admit you, and then they're going to let you do that. And if you get worse, then you can come back. I mean,
Well,
they're
the
trying to give
shot's
it to everybody.
slowing the spread. Not that you won't spread it; it's just slowing it. So it just makes it a little less likely that you're going to die
Yeah,
from it. That's
and-
pretty much the difference.
Hold on. I'm reading something. So Shopcat industry, I'm gonna tell you this online, but I really don't care. I am not gonna be getting the vaccine. I don't trust it. I'm not gonna, get jabbed or nothing.
You're one of them guys, huh?
Yes, sir. I mean,
That's all right.
my buddy died from the vaccine. He had liver failure.
Yeah, he didn't die from the vaccine. He died from liver failure.
Yep, and what I did was I got with his brother and they did an autopsy of what caused it. He had COVID, prior as soon as he got over COVID, they automatically gave him the vaccine, and he just went down from there. I mean, he just grabbed
So COVID caused his liver failure, and they're saying it's the vaccine that caused it. Is that
That's
what you're
they're
saying?
saying. And that's what he was. If I had to have it on video, the night I talked to him before he died.
It's like Mongo's saying here, the infusion can never hurt you. There's
Right, the
nothing that's
infusion.
negatively.
I mean, heck, the infusion's the safest thing around here. My buddy, he doesn't have the vaccine. He got the infusion, and he had COVID hard, worse than everybody else. I mean, he was so bad he thought he was dying, and he got the infusion. He's up and walking, has everything back. He never got the vaccine, and his whole family, it's a wife's family, and him and his kids had it.
Well, I mean,
Whole
with any
family had it.
vaccine, there's side effects to every vaccine. Doesn't matter.
Right,
if it's
right,
a
right,
COVID
right. Yeah,
vaccine,
there is.
Doesn't matter if it's anything. And depending on the person that gets it, I mean, anybody could have negative effects from any vaccination.
Mhm.
So
Well, it
it's
all
always
depends
a
on your
risk.
genes. It all
you can
depends
have
on
risk.
And like
You get
your blood
COVID, you might
type.
die. You get the vaccine, you might have negative effects. You get the anything. I mean,
The
not everybody's
flu?
the same. That's why we call
Yeah,
it
especially.
practicing medicine.
And know
Everybody's
what I
different.
do think?
Hell,
That
some
was the
people are
worst.
allergic to peanuts and die from peanuts.
Yep.
Yeah, matter of fact, my
And I don't put peanuts in me ever.
something dudes and wrenches. My doctor told me if you don't lose weight, brother, you're gonna die from COVID. If you get COVID, dude, you're screwed. I told him, yes, sir. My sister encouraged me to start losing weight, and that's what I did. I quit smoking
Is we're
cigarettes.
saying
And I
fat
quit
people die from COVID? Is that what we're saying?
And when
I missed the point.
yeah, what Mongrel said, it messed up the whole right side of his body. Same thing with my mom. She got both, Pfizer dose, and her arm is still numb from the vaccine.
Midnight, are you trying to tell us that we need to stop talking about political stuff? And
No, we're gonna talk about the vaccine because we're all experts here.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm a
this,
doctor.
You know something?
this is what
You know
people
something,
came here to
Junker?
hear about.
welcome
Yo,
to the camera.
and I'm guilty as charged. If my life depended on that vaccine, I would do it. Other than that, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stick to stick to losing weight and getting myself in shape.
My brother used to break in our house and steal the TV.
But now he's dead.
I love how that guy says that with a smile. Like he's just like, that guy used to break. He needed that TV, man.
I wonder if he
So,
had
a
the
syphilis face. Syphilis face.
Let's talk about the Mustang, Junkers, because you
All right.
said you were going to
Yeah,
it
let's
on
talk
the
about it.
Falcon video.
So yeah, I know. I wanted to get on it earlier. There's people
Mhm.
asking about the whole situation. So my plan right now is we have holidays in my garage because my house is not very large. So we have our food and shit out there.
Small house, you say?
I have a small house. So the first of the year, right after the holidays, it's going in. So this week video, I don't know. I don't even know if there'll be a video this week, to be honest with you. And the Mustang, it's going to be coming in. I just don't know. I just don't know when.
There's your calendar pick if you was wondering.
I like that.
I did have to brighten it up a little bit.
Now, does it say Junkers anywhere?
Boom, right there.
Perfect.
So this will be the picture that's on the top fold, and then on the bottom with the dates and the month and all
Mhm.
that. This will be the header of that.
With like the calendar.
Cool, brother. Very cool.
Yep, calendar portion.
Yep. I got a quick question for you guys. Would you guys be interested in seeing me, do a build on that green Power Stroke I got sitting outside? Y'all be interested in seeing me do a build on it?
I mean, there's always somebody out there interested. So, I mean, it doesn't hurt
Sure.
to try.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, the first thing I'm gonna be doing is changing the mirrors and the headlight on the passenger side.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of guys that do. Might as well shoot for the sky.
Yeah,
Man.
that's what I'm gonna do. Have my GoPro on my head. I gotta charge my batteries though. Get a new charger for my batteries. I'm gonna charge them up, save up the money, go order the mirrors, new aftermarket mirrors, and put them on and video it.
I'll send you a link to what I got. I got the tow mirrors. So my truck is 06 F350 with the 5.4. It had built-in wiring all ready to go, where the blinkers are actually in the aftermarket mirrors I got.
Yeah,
those are tow mirrors also. So
yeah, I want to get like the 2011 style junkers, all chrome. But I like chrome on my truck.
Yeah, I like the murder things.
Yeah, me too. I like to color match and crap like that.
I like shiny.
Yeah, I like shiny too. And I want to find me an aftermarket mirror with the OEM wiring harness, plug on it. And that's so hard to find right now. Is aftermarket mirrors with the OEM, plug. It's like a little Lego piece style plug for the mirror fabric. It's got heated mirrors too, actually.
With mine, it came with it.
Yeah, mine have it on it already from the factory.
If you need that block, let me know. I have two. I didn't need them for mine.
Yeah, I'll let you know, brother. Like I said, and no much Ford wanted to charge me to replace my mirrors, Junkers.
I can imagine.
$850 for the mirrors in addition to $165 to install them plus shipping. I told I know this guy personally. I said, bro, you are effing nuts. You ain't raping. You ain't screwing me, bro. I tell you what. Why would I pay you $800-something plus tax to do them when I could do it myself with $260? Well, he didn't know what to say after I told him that. I said, yeah, I can get them cheaper than y'all want to charge me for that crap. Plus, I'm not letting anybody near my truck. Not even the dealership. I'm not even letting them near it.
Shut up, Meg.
Shut up, Meg.
I like that. Man, that's funny.
Shut up, Meg.
Shut up, Meg.
Yeah,
I tried to order a bunch of them.
Yeah, I could even do Curly from the Three Stooges.
Nobody knows that reference anymore, man. Sorry.
Yes, sir. Yeah, all my old time buddies will know that.
Get all fat and sassy.
These don't get old. I'm sorry, guys.
But,
maybe it's because I made them.
Yeah, the good thing is, Junkers, I have the right socket for the lights, which is 10 millimeter with a mirror.
That's good. That's a start.
And Home Depot paid me to buy the sockets.
I hate how slow cars go by at night by my house.
Yeah. Dude, over here, Junkers, they come flying down our street like crazy.
During the day, so I live right on a corner, literally on a corner. They even minivans, soccer moms.
Dude, they had a Mustang come through. We said, slow the F down, whatever. That dude came over here with an AK-47, dead serious, and pulled a gun on us.
So on Destroyer's Live the other night, you know how he does the section of pictures?
Yeah.
He had the aerial view from Google Outer Space.
Uh-huh.
And it said, what was it? What house are you in? You'll know. You'll see it. I legit had to take a double take. I'm like, holy shit, that's my house.
As long as the fence is high enough.
It's not. I took them all down. I needed to be able to get in and out of the backyard of cars.
It's true. It's true.
What's Cletus doing?
He's a type.
Just sitting here.
He's just a typing. All right.
Just listening.
So,
I'm loving it.
Let's work on something, dudes.
Let's work on something. See, I've had this winter rut I've been trying to get over.
Yeah.
So this thing hasn't been touched in literally like a month, and it's living rent free, and it's starting to bother me. I got an F-150 that needs to get in here and get fixed for winter, and I don't know.
So you got to do what I do. Well, I did. I kicked the Falcon out.
Yeah,
put her in timeout.
That's what's happening here. But I got to finish it. I'm not bringing it back. So
what do you
got to get
left?
done? I just got to I'm going to go through and look at some things and make a list for Cletus and take some pictures and I've been that lazy that I can't even pull that off. So,
Yeah,
that's where I'm at. Put the tires
No, I
back
get
on.
it.
Get the heck back out of here. And then the F-150 needs new brake lines. The front hub's gone through, shocks, rotors, calipers, pads, just maintenance items I've been meaning to do. And
It took me over a week to put tires on my truck.
yeah, like in the summer, I'm super ambitious. I'm knocking stuff out. I'm out here every night doing stuff. And the second it starts getting cold, and this is one of my biggest problems. So all my cars go to storage. Okay. So the Galaxy, everything goes to storage. I can't drive nothing. So I'm driving this shitbox Nissan every day. And I don't get inspired to be happy when I don't have a car that I can get in and just, rip on a little bit. And then I'm just like, I get all sad and depressed. And I'm just like, need to move to a state where I can just drive a nice car year round. Maybe. I don't know.
You know what you ought to do? Junkies, you ought to come to live in New Orleans. Rust free, baby.
Well,
Nah,
boys,
but then
I've
I'd have
got
to live in New
to
Orleans.
jump off. I've got to
Bye,
go
Cletus.
upstairs. Y'all have a
Later,
great
Cletus.
evening. Have a great live. Dudes of Wrenches, Junker Clunkers, Dr. Isaiah. My mom's calling me, talking about I'm drinking her beer or something. So, peace, y'all. Gotta go.
Go
See you
deal
later,
with
buddy.
Michael,
Thanks
boy.
for coming on.
Yes, sir. Thank you for coming on, Cletus. See you next stream.
So, I'm going to kind of tell the story over again in the video, I think. I'm not really sure. About 2 weeks ago, I got a call from a guy that said, "Hey, you just called me." I'm like, "No, sir. No, I did not." He says, "Well, your number just popped up, and I'm pretty sure that it's from this telemarketing company that's trying to scam me out of an iPhone. You know that Amazon one that's going around?"
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "I have no idea what you're talking about." He says, "Well, I think that they took your number and just used it."
Yeah, they do.
They can do that?
Yeah, so essentially everything that you see on your phone is just an auto dialer or a call dialer. So when I have an auto dialer electronic device that just calls out with all those auto dials, I can program into it what the caller ID is going to see, just like on any phone switch. So essentially they'll steal a list of phone numbers and it'll look real because it'll show up in their area locally or whatever. And it'll just show up as your phone number. So then they go, "Oh, I'll pick this up because it's not a telemarketer or a scam. It doesn't show up as a scam on my phone ID." And then they'll call the number back and they'll be like, "Who the heck is this?" And you're like, I don't know. I don't know why this number's calling you. It's because that auto dialer has generically chose your name and your number to start dialing people. And there's nothing you can do about it but change your number. But traditionally, sooner or later, they'll change the number because people will stop answering that number.
So the conversation kind of went like this. We were just talking back and forth, bullshit, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Well, I'm glad you're not trying to sell me anything." So, "Well, what are you looking for? I could be selling it to you." Dude, the conversation ended up with he has almost brand new 18-inch tires. And if you watch my video from a couple of weeks ago, the 350 needed tires. He ended up giving me these tires, and they got a lot of meat. And not only did he give me 4 really good tires, he gave me an air grease gun that was brand new. It's still in the package. And I'm just like, dude, what is going on here? And he drove an hour to bring it to me.
Wow, that's a good guy.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was like, "You're going to be my best friend." But he ended up needing to use my torque wrench anyhow, so it kind of leveled out a little bit. I feel like I ought to send him a Duncan's card or something.
Yep. Yeah, I got a quick question for you, Junkers. What brand of torque sticks do you guys recommend?
I have Snap-on and I have an SK.
Yeah, I'm trying to find me a good, set of torque sticks I can use my torque or sticks and the wrench at the same time on a tire change.
Oh, if
I'm
you're
not
doing
going to just
that,
use it. Go ahead.
I think my torque sticks are Mac or Mako. I can't remember. It's been so long.
Yeah, you ever use the Capri tools?
Can't say that I have. But when I was first starting out, I used torque sticks and I used a torque wrench every single time. It got to the point where I stopped doing that. I don't know about you dudes, but I just ugga-dugga them on. I never check them ever.
Here's the thing about that. I have definitely over the years know how much Ugga Duggas is about that much torque, to the point that we've actually humorly just like, hey, I'm gonna put about 100 on this, and then we actually check it with the ratchet, and it's about on. So I'm like, look at me, I just know how to hit this thing. But then like I have a brother-in-law that when he tightens stuff, he'll snap that shit off every time. So that torque wrench sits up there and it's ready to go because I'm like, here, take this. We don't need you breaking off studs.
Yep. Yeah, Volkswagens, Audis, stuff like that. Yeah, you
full
kinda
size
don't
half-ton trucks.
Yeah, like
140. Oh,
Yeah, you know what
seriously, snapping those off?
Yeah.
I
a
have
beast.
never snapped one off.
He's a beast.
Wow.
Yeah, I can tell you a trick that another mechanic taught me, Junkers. And she's a female tech, and she taught me just just tap the lugs on there with your impact gun, with the torque stick, then hand torque the lugs with the torque wrench after, and just tap them on there with 2 taps of the impact, and just hand torque them. That's one of the proper ways to do it. And I was taught around here anyway.
I can Ugga Dugga them with just my gun, and I've never had a wheel fall off. I've never had a torque problem. I've never had
and guilty as charged. I did do the German torque on my Dodge Avenger outside. I did do the German torque on. I torqued the piss out of them with my impact.
I will hit everything with impact, but I always go back with a 4-way or breaker bar, and I check them by hand just to make sure, because I have had impacts not do their job because I use electric impacts, and you don't always know when that battery is getting a little low. It acts like it zips them on and naga, and that's it. And then you're like, oh, and you hit it with the rip, and you're like, oh, maybe my battery's getting a little low. Swap the battery.
Yeah, but matter of fact, on that topic, dudes, wrenches, that vehicle I did that throttle body on, I did a brake job on it, checked the tires on my torque wrench, and that torque wrench moved about 1.25 inches down with the torque wrench on 65 foot-pounds. It still moved. So those lugs are not coming off now that I hit them with the torque wrench. They were still kind of loose, even with the impact. And that's an air pneumatic impact. So that told me right there that little thing's a decent low impact wrench, but I don't trust it. I don't trust it now after that.
I like the safety advantage of just knowing that if I touched it by hand, I trust that it was tight. It's just
right.
All right, that does it. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
I'm going.
And so what I'm gonna do, Junkers, to cover my butt is torque them with the torque stick, then the torque wrench to cover my behind.
Yeah, I guess if I was working for somebody else again, I would. But when I was working for the dealership, I was checking them. But working
that's
for myself,
what I'm gonna do.
I'm not wasting my time. I know my gun, But that being said, I could screw up and. But.
Yeah, the only reason why I want to cover myself is my manager is going to be checking up on me constantly to make sure I'm doing okay, because he knows I'm doing automotive. So my manager said, I'm just going to pop in on you every now and then when you're doing a tire change or something, just to make sure you're doing the job right. And I told him, yes, sir. I'm even going to get some torque sticks, torque them with use my gun, with my gun twice, then torque them and torque them with the torque wrench to do the job right. And I'm going to recheck them again before I send my customer on the way.
So, guys.
Yes, sir.
It is Brittany's birthday, and I think I'm going to hop off here.
Yep.
Tell her I said happy birthday, Mr. Junkers.
She's right here.
Happy birthday, babe.
Thank you.
Are you very welcome?
I do want to do one thing before you go here. I'm going to show you something when it comes to, let's say, using an impact versus not, using a 4-way, keeping your lug nuts properly tightened. I'm moving it to my computer right now. So let me blow this up and I'll share my screen. Share screen. Boom. Boom. All right. Now at the bottom, you got to click. There you go. See that rim there?
Yep.
See how they're all wallered?
Yep.
So that's an 8-bolt 3/4 ton truck wheel. And I've never seen one do that. Steel wheel. And my buddy, like he said, he's like, I had all those tied. I swear. I'm like, did you just run them down with your impact? He's like, yep. And I said, did you ever check them afterwards? He goes, nope. They all started coming loose. And once they did, they just started wallering out the holes.
So let me ask you a couple questions, because this is pretty common for Sanders, for bigger trucks.
Yep.
Once again, at the dealership, we would have this several times a winter. What does he haul?
He hauls stuff with it's a farm truck. So, he's hauling stuff in the back, but nothing on the front. It's not like he hauls a plow or anything like that. It's just an old square body Chevy.
So this was on the front?
Yep.
What about the wheel bearing?
That's what I asked him too. I'm like, maybe your wheel bearing's taking this thing out and it's causing it to waller. And he's like, I don't know if the wheel bearing's great. But you can see where it messed up the acorns, the lug nuts. It torqued the wheel. And this wheel's only been on there like 6 months.
Or even better yet, has he replaced the hub?
Well, see, that's what I asked him too. And then the other question was, see how the center of this wheel is so close to the holes? So this is a Dodge wheel on a Chevy hub. So the center of the hub on a Dodge wheel is slightly bigger than a Chevy hub. So like I told him, I said, I don't know if the wheel was actually centered on the hub correctly and then it was causing it to be out of balance. That was my theory too, because it's like I've never seen a steel wheel do that.
Yeah, I've seen this quite a lot. Normally it's within dualies, sander trucks and stuff like that up here.
Okay.
They just basically get overloaded and
I can see that on an overload because then you're flexing the wheel and
something's got to give.
Yep.
Yeah.
But no, that's I don't know. We've been both talking about it for a while, and he put a new wheel on there, and it doesn't seem to be doing it to the new one. But we're going to tear apart the front end on that truck and see if there's something going on inside that differential.
It's a Chevy correct wheel at that point?
Yes. Right now it is a Chevy correct wheel where Dodge, because they're all the same bolt pattern, but the center hub diameter is bigger on Ford and Dodge compared to a 3/4 ton Chevy in the 80s. And a lot of people are just like, no, you can throw a Dodge or Ford wheel on there. It doesn't affect it. And I'm like, maybe it does.
Is that 8x170?
It's whatever the standard was from, 60s to almost 2000.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know the 350s that I run is 8x170.
Yeah, I know there's a metric one that's newer past like 05. It's not that one. So,
but I can't have 16s. The smallest rim I can have is a 17 on mine, which sucks because I got some really nice 16s I'd like to use, but I can't. And 16-inch rims are so much cheaper than 18s and 17s, and
that's true.
That's true.
It's just one of those things I don't know what caused it. But I go back to you didn't know that you actually physically tightened it all the way down. You used an electric impact. So maybe the hub size matters. Maybe the lug nuts he was using was worn out. There's 100,000 things that we could think of, but it's like, that is weird to us because we've never had a steel wheel do that.
That torque spec's 140 to 160 on that one.
Yep.
It's gotta be. So yeah. No, it's pretty common up here, unfortunately, but not on the front wheel like you said.
Yeah, fellas, I'm gonna jump off of here.
All right, man. Have yourself.
All right, fellas, take it easy. Y'all stay safe. Peace and stay greasy.
Every day.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm not.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, you better go take care of the lady back there. Happy birthday again.
Thank you.
I think she's enjoying her new phone. So.
Well, you'll have that.
I'm still
only get one every 5 years.
Well, what is this one? This one's only 5 months old, 4 months old.
Maybe.
Well, you pay insurance. It's fine.
They don't make it.
That's what I did. That's what I did for the birthday. That is so stupid. How expensive insurance. You're paying X amount of dollars each month,
and then you got to pay so much. Yeah, a deductible. So I got 2 of these S10s when they first came out. And it was a buy one, get one free. That's the first time I've had to pay for a phone ever. I always get the free phone, and then I run a phone for about 5 years, and then I try to get another free phone. So this is the first time that I've had to pay for a phone, but I got this one for free. My wife had hers. Yeah, it's an S10 Plus.
It's pretty old now.
Yeah, it's probably 2 years already. When it comes to cell phones, I do not ride with what you'd call the new technology whatsoever. So I just run them until I can't anymore and then change it out. And it's about every 5 years. So my wife always gets the same phone as I do. So we always make a bet because she always ends up with like 2 versions newer by the time I replace mine because there's always, I dropped it. She had her S10 one day and she literally dropped it and it landed just perfectly and smashed the screen. And it's like, how do you
imagine
do that?
Yep. I could imagine you doing that. So I got the S21 Ultra,
Yeah.
which is one up from hers. She wanted this phone. I don't know why she didn't. She came back from the store and this is what I got. I'm like, why?
It's because I felt bad.
It's like an extra $100. Just get what the hell you want, you know?
But then I
Yeah, and on those payment plans, I mean, obviously we do like the lease plan thing. It's relative per month. I mean, it really doesn't even.
Yeah. But the only reason that I got this phone, because I was perfectly happy with my Note 10 Plus. I love that phone. Like I was saying earlier, had plenty of storage. It did everything I wanted it to do. It was perfectly fine. But my son broke his phone, and I'm like, oh, you know, it's okay. Your phone is super old anyhow. I'll give you my Note 10 Plus. I never had a problem with that phone. Not one time. He had it for less than a month, and he broke it. I'm like, how did you break it? And I mean, I'm pretty tough. I left that particular phone on the frame of a Jeep Wrangler, and my buddy took off and went to work. And that's when I was like, oh shit, my phone is not here. So it has a tracker on it, Life 360 tracker. All my family members do. And I grabbed my kid's phone. I look and I watch, and it's going down Union Ave. And I'm like, oh my God, somebody stole my phone. But luckily, they turned it into a gas station. The people there knew me. I was like, oh man, this could have been bad.
No, phones are too expensive these days. Like I said, I've been hard on phones, and like the worst part is like some of my older phones that weren't as durable as some of these newer ones over the past 10 years. I would buy like a used version of it and be sitting there stripping phones out and just repairing it for years. And then everybody's like, why don't you just get a new phone? I'm like, I can still fix this one. It's fine.
Yeah, that's like my belt, dude. So my belt's broken.
Yep.
The straight piece, right? I haven't been wearing a belt for a while because it's been broken and I just don't want to buy a new one. So the other day I go in the garage because I bought a new set of pants. I needed my belt. I found this hook that used to go to a air conditioner dryer thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, huh. So I took it apart and I ground it down and I bent it over and I made a perfect piece for it.
There
and all
you
of a
go.
sudden my 5-6-year-old belt is back up and running.
So I got this leather belt for Christmas one year, and I'll tell you the year after I've tried to replace this belt many times. I don't care for a lot of belts. I have to wear a belt. It's just something, I don't know. I don't even know if I need the belt some days, but it's just like I feel weird without a belt. But this leather belt, I cannot find a good one. I've tried, but I have had this belt since I was 14 years old.
Really?
Yep.
What?
And it's the same belt since I was 14. I have been 6'1" since I was 12. So I haven't really changed body type in a long time. There's just more holes. There was holes more in it because my dad bought me a belt and him a belt. So really it was his size when I was younger. And we actually made holes in it farther back so it would fit. And I've just grown into the other holes. So it's just
That's crazy.
Same belt forever. And everybody's like, what do you mean you have the same belt? I'm like, I've had this belt since I had a belt, period.
But my normal thing is the stuff I have, I normally use it until there's nothing left of it.
Oh, yeah. I won't replace shoes until the soles have fallen off at least twice.
This belt, I wouldn't be surprised because it's pretty thin in some areas. I think I could probably get a couple more months out of it. But after that, it's probably time to go get a new one. But I'm not super happy about it.
It's literally peeling.
Not super.
And see, that's why I hate. I've bought newer belts to think I should retire this one. But every belt I buy, like it wears out real quick, or it starts to break and crack because it's not really leather, and it's just like these are junk, and I throw them and move on about my day.
So you talk about using things that past their expiration. I bought myself a new set of working pants.
Okay.
Now, I have 2 shirts of this that I had made, and I have 1 pair of pants, work pants, because I just don't, I'm not comfortable in some things, and I just don't like spending the money on them. So the specific pair of work pants is the only one that's lasted me, and I've had it since my Valvoline instant oil days. That's when my son was he was just born. So you're talking 14 years of wearing pants.
Yep.
And these are the only survivors because all the other ones, blew out and caught on fire, whatever they did, Yes, I've caught myself on fire. There was no footage.
I'm on fire.
Yeah.
I'm on fire. but I literally just retired them the other day, and I'm just like, wow, there's nothing left of them. They are so thin.
Well, it's like I started buying, I would buy Arizona jeans only because I could get them on a Black Friday sale for like $6 a pair every year. So every year I'd go in and buy like 12 pairs. And then I would ruin a pair of jeans to the point of they were just destroyed in like a month to 2 months, and they just throw them away. And I thought those jeans were comfortable. I enjoyed wearing them. And then I was like, I'm tired of just buying pants once a year and destroying them through the whole year. So then I just said, well, I'm going to go buy something a little more durable. So I started going with, what the hell are these? Duluth Trading. Now, I was very skeptical because I was like, these are expensive and they better freaking last, because I'm just going to be upset if I spend $90 for a pair of pants, because that was my big hang up with them. So the first 4 pairs I bought, I wore regularly. And I'm not ashamed to say it. Like, if I go to work in a day and my pants really didn't get dirty and all I'm doing is wearing them, I'm going to wear them the next day. I'm not going to wash my stuff every single day just because, whatever. Anybody can
pretty much
do that or not do that. Yeah, I'm not ashamed to say that. I'm not going to wash my clothes every day if they don't need it. Now, if I get them completely filthy, yeah, I'm not wearing them tomorrow. So, and then shop stuff, like if I'm in the garage, that pair of pants lays in the garage, and I'll go back the next day and I'll put greasy pants back on. I don't care. I'm not going to wash this stuff all the time.
I've tried coveralls. I just can't get into coveralls. I'm not comfortable being restricted.
I've tried that too, and it's just too much.
Yeah. It's too restricted. You go to reach for, lay under a car and you're reaching for a bolt. This is as high as you can put your hand, because
you're getting caught and stuff. Nope. And then you're wearing them and you put on some decent-ish clothes underneath and you think, oh, they're protected. And then you get oil on you, and now your good shirt has oil on it because it leaks right through. And it's like,
I have like, what do I have? Like 3 good shirts maybe?
Well, you have more, but you don't want to wear them.
And I took one of my good shirts and ripped the sleeves off.
Well, you'll have that.
I don't like sleeves.
I got you a whole bunch of.
I don't like
a whole bunch. There's like 2 or 3 sleeveless that you got.
I've got these long arms, and I'll tell you what, unless the sleeve comes down to about here, I got to have it up here. I don't like anything that rubs me on the wrist, and it drives me nuts. So I'm always just like rolling the sleeves up, or I buy stuff with really long sleeves, and that's really hard to find unless you want it to be 2x tall and be down to your crotch. And it's like, I don't want that either.
It's a hell of a lot easier for you to find the clothes, though. I got to say, you're talking about $90 pair of pants. I paid $36.99 for these ones off Amazon, and I'm really surprised because they're built really well. Usually this kind of pair of pants for me anywhere, even online, is at least $60-$70.
Send me a link to the brand. I'm always willing to try out different pants because, like, I've been doing these Duluth tradings for years now, and like, I'll tell you what, I can't go and it's ruined jeans for me is the worst part because they have a crotch gusset. So like, I'll go back to wearing regular pants and I'll be like, I don't like this. I don't like this anymore.
Dude, I rip the crotch all the time.
Yes, and since I've gone to the Duluth trading, I don't have that problem at all. So with the Duluth trading, you spend a bunch of money, but I've ran these pants for 5-6 years, just destroying the crap out of them, cover them in fluids, and they last. For what I pay, I'm not going to complain for how long I get out of them.
Now that I have a woman that likes to sew and do all that happy-go-lucky crap,
do all the repairing.
See, I sew myself, so a lot of my stuff gets repaired.
I can sew too, but I don't like to.
Well, nobody likes to.
So I got some hand issues that I just can't do that for long periods of time anymore.
Yep.
Which kind of stinks, but we'll see if this goes through. I'm sending you the link right now.
All right. See, I used to be big into Wranglers, but then the Wranglers kind of changed how they made their pants.
These are Wranglers.
Are they? See, Wranglers hold up pretty good. I've had good luck with them, but then like certain fits and certain kinds, it just started driving me nuts.
These are Wrangler rigs. They're very thick. They're not really thick, but they're.
I used to wear a very similar pant to those, and I'll tell you, those do last. I've had some very good luck with how long those brand of Wranglers do last.
I bought those over the years, but they don't.
Those are not as thick. I used to wear those pants, and I'd put fleece pants underneath them just to insulate them. But like with my Duluth trading, if you buy the fire hose material ones, wind doesn't cut through them as bad. But in the summer, they don't breathe at all.
For her. Okay. Sorry, my neighbor came over.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna drag this out for you anymore.
Yeah,
it's been a good one, man.
I appreciate it. Yeah, this was definitely fun.
All right.
Definitely fun. Yeah, you can tell somebody came inside. Hey, so what's going on with Monster? Real quick, is he okay?
I don't know. I talked to him a little bit here and there, but like he doesn't really talk about. He seems really busy. That's what he's given to me. You know, he's busy with a lot of things. So he's trying a bunch of stuff, I guess. So
yeah. All right, man.
I wouldn't be too worried about him in any actual aspect. I think he's just trying to get a bunch of stuff together and busy guy.
All right. Well, that's gonna do it for this Junker Clunker Live. We'll see you guys back next week. I think we're gonna do one next week. Might as well. Christmas isn't until when? Saturday? Yeah, so we'll probably do a couple hours of one next week, and not too sure on the Tuesday night video. We'll see if I can put one together, and we'll be looking forward to yours on Saturday and your live on Saturday too.
There you go.
So appreciate you coming on, dudes.
Later.
Thank you.